clean up. I was expecting company, maybe clean up and all that. So I
Oh
had
no, but see, listen,
to.
when I was like, okay, I'm gonna tune in, I'm gonna listen, just to be
Oh,
observer.
just to listen. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, look,
when I
look.
uh-huh.
Yeah, no. However you want to do it. If you wanna just have it on, and I'll just do whatever. You know what I mean? What I was gonna do. However you want to do it.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
I was
I'll
just gonna
play
do
the
something real quick.
background because
Okay.
when I follow the link, it brings me here. So I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
is
Right,
it
right, right, right.
going live on YouTube? I'm not
Right.
sure. What link do I
Supposedly, it's supposed to
follow?
be going to everywhere. So I hope since I hit the button this time that it'll be live on Facebook, um, what you call it, Instagram, and also I believe Twitter as well. So
Twitter, but not YouTube.
oh no, and YouTube, yes,
And
and YouTube,
YouTube. Okay,
yes.
so it went to
So
your directly to your
it's
channel.
yes, it's going there. It's on there. I mean, it's up. It's doing it right now. Doing it right now. So
Okay, because
um,
I had looked on the YouTube, but I guess since you didn't go live yet,
yeah,
it
I
didn't
pressed it
show up.
now. Yeah, like it happened last. What happened last time? No, I'm trying to figure it out. But the headphones that you said no echo at all, huh? You hear the music or nothing? You don't hear anything,
No, I heard the music before.
right? But now you just hear voice, no echo.
Voice, no echo, no music.
That's what's up. Okay, that's awesome. So I'm gonna get the show started in a bit. I'm just talking about crashing out and when not to crash, and if it's okay
Hmm.
to crash. That's it.
Definitely, it's okay to crash, especially in the beginning. But the later you get in life, you know the course why you crashing.
Uh okay. So let's just start off by saying you're okay to crash. Okay, you're allowed to crash out. You're allowed to feel how you feel at the highest level of it because that's the only thing you have as a human being is your highest level of how you feel, your emotions. But
Hmm.
question is, to whom do you crash out on? Should you crash out on people? I don't. I'm struggling with that. Like if you're in a relationship, it's gonna happen. It just that's just how it goes. But it's unfortunate, but it's gonna happen. So it's kind of like when I'm asking a question where it's like, if you say don't do it, is it just for the partner, and then you just hold on to that, or should you just be able to go all the way out, even on someone that you love or whatever, family, whoever? And I feel like you should be able to do that without suffering like severe consequences. It
No,
shouldn't be
you
severe. I think it should be like, okay, well, you understand as a human, like you have your emotions as well. So it's like, why wouldn't it be okay to just because you love the person to not express your full feelings? You know what I mean?
you should definitely be able to crash out. But the older you get, crashing is not the end of the goal. Is to get to the destination. So you gotta crash out for that experience.
Right. But
Because I done crashed out and I'd have been crashed out on. And guess what? After you crash out, you gotta heal. And that takes time. So you're gonna keep crashing out and healing and crashing out and healing. If you
but
learn when you know better, you do better.
But isn't that part of growing as a human being? Is being able to like completely get it all out and then find like and then come back to reality or whatever. Like you should be able to do that anytime you want to, I feel. But as long as you don't hurt someone. Now I'm trying to figure out what level of like expressing yourself does it reach to offend someone? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, all right. So I want to just feel how I feel without offending you. When do we have to turn that off? When is it like you don't have to do that? What if you could just like not be offended by how someone feels? Like if it's not, if it's authentic, you know what I'm saying? Like they getting upset at a movie, because you like the way the director made the movie. He's like, this personally hurt me, even though this was his vision. So if it's someone's vision or this someone's how they personally feel, is that can I just accept it, or does it always have to be like an offense or like an argument or a debate or whatever? You know what I mean?
Some people are overly of okay, not overly. They're easily offended.
Right.
So then the question to you is, do you want to keep tiptoeing around their emotions? Now, if it make you feel some type of way, that you constantly feel bad and you're trying not to make someone feel bad, I think at the end of the day, you may want to evaluate your position in their life because that sh- that shit can make you sick. Holding that shit in.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you can't hold it in, but then you're gonna risk probably losing that person or offending someone if you let them know exactly how you feel. So where's that line where you get to say how you feel, and then we could all agree that it doesn't have to be an offense thing or a debatable thing. It's just how it is what it is. You know what I mean? When do we get? How do we get there? You know, when it's not crashing out anymore. It's just me saying how I feel. You know,
Listen, if when you say it, it's going. The truth shall set you free.
right? But it's gonna hurt some. It hurts people's feelings. It doesn't. It's really settle things either. Sometimes you're gonna lose friends probably. You're gonna lose lovers. You're gonna lose family relatives just for saying how you feel. So I don't think it works in a sense. I think it's kind of like everybody really wants us to keep our head down, like and just like keep it moving. Like I don't think that you're not really supposed to, say how you feel. I don't think that's like how this whole shit's designed. Unfortunately, you know what I mean?
Is it worth keeping if you cannot tell the truth? And is telling why is telling the truth crashing out?
You tell me. That's what happens. I mean, you say something online, and when you do something, you say something to a person, and even if it's the truth or not, they get offended. Let's look at comment sections. You know what I mean? People get offended just by you saying your version of what you think or how you feel. You know what I'm saying? So why is that
That's even
always a an attack?
that's crazy how you say your version. Like this is my take. It's not your
Right.
version. That's like this is
Well,
your
I'm saying
real
I'm
perception.
saying
This is
take
not like
version. Nah, chill.
uh-huh.
Take version. Same. I mean, I'm saying like, all right, all right. When someone gets murdered on television,
Hmm.
why is there so many different opinions about a truth? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's them crashing out. They go, I don't know what you saw, but I saw something else. Even though it's reality, I'm like, how are you? When is it okay to just like make up your own version of something and just believe in it? Like it's just your truth. That's it, that like telling someone else to believe in it too. You know what I mean?
like like
Like that
slavery,
shit is that
right?
shit is real.
So the
It's
slave
real. Like
master, right? We were
right, the biggest gaslighter.
right. We were equity, but to
Right,
ourselves we're nothing. We
right,
were labor, but to work for ourselves is nothing, right?
right,
And then because I went to a bar one day and it was a conference and it was a gentleman sitting at the bar and he was
right.
writing something, right, that had to do with slavery and money. And it was me and the bartender black. And we're like, listen,
But he's a poet.
no, he was like an author.
He's So he's writing a book in this place. I
He
don't
was writing
understand.
a book
Right.
and it was about, and he was going to a conference
Mm-hmm.
and it was about slavery and how
Mm-hmm.
I, economically it made sense.
Hmm.
And me and the bartender being black, we're like, economically, we're we were the outcome of slavery, and we
Sure.
didn't have rights, and we didn't have
Right.
money, and we
Right. We
didn't
didn't
get
have economics.
schools, right, and we didn't have family. So
Uh huh.
economically,
Nah, not for
it
us. I
didn't make
mean,
sense
no.
to us, right? So he's
Not for
writing it
us.
from the white perspective, the white
Right.
version. So it's like, what are what are we talking about here?
So you say, well, look, now that to me sounds like someone just being realistic. Now, look, if I got to sit down with that guy, I'd be like, yo, at that time, if how you didn't consider us as human beings and all that, that is some good economic shit. Like, how do we get a whole group of people to work for free?
Hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that. He's if he looks at it as a slave owner perspective, it did make sense for them to do that. It really did because
Hmm.
they got a lot of shit done without having to pay for anything. So he's not lying when he says that, but it's wrong. You see what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
moral wise. So I'm trying to figure out like when do you turn like all right. So you say how you felt when he said that, right? You felt like he
Hmm.
was that's offensive, but if you think about it on in a slave owner perspective, it makes sense. It makes sense because
Right.
it did work out for them. It really
Right.
did. Like it was a good economic plan to have people work for free. It just worked out. So and it still works out. So it's like he's not wrong in that aspect, but he is wrong when you think about him saying it out loud morally. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's offensive to another human. It could be offensive to another human being. So I'm trying to separate the difference of just saying how you feel, facts, fiction, or whatever, and when you're allowed to say it, and without it being offensive. Now that in that situation, racial, um, uh, fucking recurrence or whatever, like just bringing up like racial stuff like that, and making it seem like it like the thing saying something like Jews. If you say like, oh, you know, economically that makes sense, like that sucks. That sucks. So yeah, but morally, I mean, morally he's wrong, but economically he's right though. He's right because it worked out for them. They got bread for that forever. Like they got money for that. So it's like hearing it sucks. So I'm like, is that the same thing when you're talking to someone else? You're like, yo, I don't like the way you treated me, and I feel like if you keep doing that, I'm no longer communicating with you, friend, family, or whatever. That's just how you feel. Morally, it's wrong, but like economically and emotionally, you feel vindicated because of that, right? But what about the person? That's what I'm trying. Like, how do you when to do it and when not to do it? You know what I'm saying? People usually wait to like everyone's waiting to the end of the year. That's everyone's new shit. Like my
Oh no,
new
I ain't
year,
gonna lie,
my
oh,
new thing is this, and I'm not doing this no more. And this is the end of that. It's just like,
you,
why'd you wait all year to quit? Like, why'd you wait
yeah,
to
you
stop
entertained it
chaos?
all year. Listen, you got
Yeah,
about two
yeah, that shit
chances
don't make
with
no
me. You
sense.
got two chances with me. On the third time, I will address it.
Right,
Sometimes they don't get to two. Sometimes they
right.
don't get to three. But you have your chances. And it's listen, at the end of the day, you gotta make rules for yourself. As a person, I feel like as men and women, we set parameters on ourselves, right?
Okay, so you saying you got to when you set your own parameters, that's the line,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
And then
so
sometimes I was talking to my brother-in-law and my son's father, and I was like, listen, sometimes people will talk to you, and you discovered then and there you have a new boundary.
mm,
You didn't know it existed, and right then and there you put your foot down.
right.
This is over with. I'm sorry. I remember someone said I was hanging out with a friend and and my cousin, right? And she had been telling this girl that we wasn't cousins. And my
Okay.
understanding is that we're family, right?
Right.
So
so, so
the
now you
girl
got to
was
start
like,
over. Somewhere there's a link there's a kink in the chain in the one in some of the story.
so I,
Somebody's mixed up.
right? So
Telephone.
I told the cousin friend, I was like, listen, our friendship is based on the fact that we're cousins. If we're not cousins,
Right.
we're not friends. And as soon as I saw that, I decided to nip it in the bud because what we're
Mm,
not gonna do is that.
right. What do you mean like
So
fake
it's
pretend or whatever? Just
oh
make
no,
up
I'm not
stories
faking
about each
pretending.
other.
No, right? No,
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Exactly. Right. So like so you think you have to build parameters in order to figure out if and when it's okay to say how you really feel about something. You probably have to build that connection with that person first to know if you're allowed to say how you really feel, or
No,
you're gonna
first
keep losing friends or family or whatever.
no, the first time you see it, you like, did I just see that? The
Right. So
second
you're
time, it's
saying just call. I mean, you're allowed
confirmation.
to. All right. So call it out, but it's not gonna work all the time now. You know what I'm saying? Like, calling stuff out doesn't make you're a hero with yourself, but you're not a hero with the person. That's not gonna work. Like calling out things that make you feel uncomfortable with another person, even though like especially if they don't notice it, I don't know if that's fixing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it fixes it. You get your shit out, you can say how you feel, you can say, okay, I heard that, I respect that, but does it fix the situation that's happening?
Okay, so I like examples, right?
Okay.
So I was living with a dude, and I was like, "Yo, I'm down to my last thong. Could you wash the laundry?" I wash the laundry with no problem. Can you do the
His
laundry?
his his laundry.
It's our laundry because we live
Okay,
together
but I'm
now.
saying you've washed his laundry
Yes, I've
before.
washed our.
Okay.
Yes, because it's
Y'all
our laundry.
y'all's laundry.
Yeah, it's like it's
Right.
ours, right? So I was like, I'm working. Can you handle that?
Mhm.
I even gave him the recipe. You put it in the washing machine. You set a timer. You take it out. You put it in the
It
dryer.
is
You
wizardry. It
set it
is wizardry. It's
right.
wizardry.
It,
It
it's
is.
a
It's
two
craft
minute
shit.
walk.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying what y'all be doing with the pores and the things, it's wizardry for real. It is. That shit like witchcraft. So I mean
But
he should have
he
wrote it down. Did he write it down?
no, he didn't have to. Cause I listen. At the end of the day, he washed his own clothes before me. Like
Right.
he know how to do
But you
laundry.
said you
But
had your specific way that you
no, I
wanted
didn't
to
have a
wash it.
specific way.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
I'm saying because he works at the house. He's an audio engineer. You're
Right.
gonna be working on music, right? Put the stuff in the washing machine. Set a timer. Go do your work. Take the stuff out the washing machine. Put it in the dryer. Set another timer. Get back to work. When that time
Right.
go off, just take the shit out. It's less than
Easy.
an hour. Easy
Right.
peasy. We broke up. Oh, I washed your stuff. It's a little bit too late for
Okay,
you
well
to do that now.
that's kind of that's like movie romantic, like late romantic though. Like, hey, you remember
Right.
that laundry you needed washed? I
Yeah,
got
like
you. It's kind of it's
and,
late. It's late.
and me crashing out is exploding. I do the fucking laundry. I don't understand why you can't fucking do this shit.
Right.
Right?
Right. Now you felt like that was the moment. Like, so instead of just saying, I know you don't get it. You don't get it. So how about this though? You tried though. You tried, and you know what? Like, that's not what I wanted. But thank you for trying. Like, is that a thing? Does that exist, or is it always just like, just because you didn't do it, the fact that you don't even understand how I want it done, I don't even want it like halfway. Like I don't even want it like late. I don't want it at all. Like flowers, shit like that. Like the way that you didn't bring it on my birthday or whatever, but you bought it like after the birthday. That's like fuck it. I don't want it. So there's no second like you could like there's no seconds. There's no second chances. You crash
No,
out on the first
like
chance.
I said, you got about three chances with me. Listen, I'm
But that,
pretty.
how many times do you fuck
If
up the laundry?
I got to the last song, that means I'm probably asking on the third song, and then I'm asking on the second song, and then I got to the last song,
So
and
by
then
the
I have
time
to
the
do my own
third
laundry.
one, and he didn't know to wash it. Yeah, like then you fucked it up. So now it's too much.
Yeah, no, listen, you can't fuck up something you don't do. You didn't do
Right,
it at all. How could you fuck it up?
right,
You didn't even try. I
right,
told you what I needed, and you're not meeting my needs.
right,
When someone said they need something from you, it's not this. I don't feel like it didn't take money or a lot of money.
right.
I used to let me tell you something.
Concentration, care probably takes
No,
care to do that.
the,
Concentration and care
the
for
let
sure.
me let me tell you how simple the task was. The washer and dryer took care of everything. All you had to do was load it. And this is back in the day when I had
Just
a
a two
job. I used to
woman.
put $50 on the laundry cart, so it's not even
Right.
taking money. It just took your effort, and you couldn't put the effort in. So you know when we talking about
Right.
crashing out, that's what I'm saying. It's okay. You crash out when if it would ever to arise again. I know I'm not gonna crash out because I'm not gonna do it because you know what? I did it before, and it would have
Okay.
got me nothing. If I ask you and you can't do it, and I have to do it myself, and then the next question is, why are you here and why do I need you?
But then you said you did say that. You said you yelled, right? You screamed. You said, "What
Yeah,
the
yeah,
hell? You don't
I'm
get
pretty
it."
sure I did.
So right. So you crashed. You did it. You crashed out. So that means what you're doing is what I look at that shit is like when you have dogs or animals and you let them go. Hey, look what you did. I don't accept it. This is not okay. Just to let
Hmm.
them know that they can never do that again. So it's kind
Hmm.
of like, how many times do you got to do that? Or are you marking it down like you said? You said three. So if you marking it down, like if I have to do that so many times, then you probably got to get a new dog. But like if you're counting how many times you're allowed to like spaz on a person, crash out on a person, Like, what if it's always like that? Is that considered a bad relationship
What I'm
if it's
saying is, you
always
know how
like
your
that?
parents ask you to do something? It's like, listen, I'm giving you to the count of five. Five,
Right.
four, three, two,
How
one.
many times do you get to do that though? I'm saying, like, what do you think before you're like, I'm not fucking with this guy anymore?
But there's different instances where you have to like practice patience. You understand? So
Right.
it's not only the washing the clothes. It was like, uh, I'm gonna cook your food and I'm gonna wash the dishes. Just
Right.
wash the one Tupperware that I put your food in,
Right.
and they
So what?
piled up, and I got called petty. I'm
Right.
petty.
Yeah.
Listen,
Okay. Well,
I'll break all these dishes in this motherfucking house. Okay,
there you
so I can have less dishes to wash.
See, that's literally crash out. See, now I think like there's a lot of men who are not allowed to take that route. You're not, unless you're like one of those dudes. You're a violent dude. Like you're gonna do your thing. You know, violent dudes are violent dudes. Like I'm me personally, I'm not a violent dude, but there's niggas that punch the wall and do all that stuff. I don't do that, but I know that's their version of it. But I feel like sometimes we get lost in trying to just intimidate to try to prove the point, and we lose track of what kind of point we were actually trying to make. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So I'm like, when do we get lost in like what was I trying to like what am I really trying to convey with this anger or this frustration? Am I trying to make sure something never happens again? Or I'm trying to make you show you how much that thing that you did offended me. Like I'm trying to show
mm-hmm.
you how sensitive I am with that sort of topic or whatever. Dishes, they make me mad. When you don't wash the Tupperware, it makes me mad. Like, are you trying to make really show him that, or is it like a whole other thing? You know, I'm not gonna say we're slow as men, but we really do it is at the time at hand. So I'm like, oh, this was about the dishes, and it's like, no, it's not about the dishes. See, but we think
What
about
he
it at
missed.
the task at hand. You know what I'm saying? So it's no way I'm gonna be thinking more than the dishes. It's gonna probably just I'm thinking about that. But yet you said it wasn't about that Tupperware. It was about the whole thing.
No,
Like I
it's
don't.
not. That's the thing. He used to say, "I appreciate you," and I was like, "If you want to show me
I said the
that
same.
you appreciate me, please wash that one Tupperware." So
Right.
now, when you don't wash the Tupperware, because I verbally
Specifically.
and specifically told you, if you
That's
appreciate me,
funny.
to wash this one dish and you don't
I
wash it,
right.
you're not appreciating me.
Right.
Because I cooked your food and I cleaned everything, and
Right.
all I'm asking you to do is wash that one dish so I could keep refilling it for you.
Right.
So
This is
no,
a
you don't
mutual
appreciate
Tupperware
me,
ball. I
huh?
would. It says a mutual bowl. I wouldn't have used the thing to for our relationship. Like if I'm gonna show you how much I appreciate you. I'm gonna wash that bowl, and then don't wash the bowl. I don't know. Put a lot on the line. I don't think that a lot of relationships last too long because I feel like patience is thin. I think it's thin. I think it's very thin. But I feel like okay, put it like this. I think women have a lot of patience, of course. I think you're just born with that. That's like a natural gift that women have. Fortunately and unfortunately, because sometimes you're stuck with someone who's absolutely terrible. And you don't know when to leave. You're just like, I'll give him one more try. Try it again, but try it one more time. So it's like that's probably an unfortunate gift that y'all have. But guys are just nowadays. I think they're just kind of like fuck it. Like if you ain't twerking and cooking, I'm out. Like if you're not, if you're
Cooking
not
with Kaya, cooking with
yeah,
Kaya.
yeah. They're like, I'm out. Like if you're not doing that, I'm out. I'm like, guys, it's not real life. You know, you can't like, you know.
Right.
And then I watched a video of my son showed me a video the other day. They was talking about like what when the men do 50-50, they're asking for so much from
You
women
don't even can't even hear
from
me.
different
Don't do that.
countries and shit. And they're like leaving the country to get women to do things that they want them to do here. So like they go in the Philippines and like they treasure a nigga out there. You know what I'm saying? Like unlike y'all who always want a nigga like to, you know, wash clothes and do shit. They're like, no, they don't treat us like that out here. They treat us like kings out here. And then they find out that some of these things end up missing, which is bad. And I hope they find them brothers. But the other part was like this: the sister was saying, why do y'all think that you're supposed to be able to keep women hostage? Like, you want me to cook clean do all these things, and you're doing what's your part, right? They're like, well, no, I'm just here. I'm here. I'm supposed to treasure me as a man. I'm just the guy.
Hmm.
It's just like I don't know if those things equate right to American standards. those those kind of um uh,
But culturally in America,
fake
it is
European,
different. Culturally in New York, it's very expensive. Both
right?
parties need to work. In the Philippines or wherever, their
hundred
birth
dollars
rate is
gets you three women. They said
right. So you
three
take that
wives.
American money and you take it there, you can live uh,
King,
ex- expensively. But
right?
in New York, you would know the difference. So it's like,
No,
yeah,
I have $100 in New York is $20. So yeah, so I'm like, why would you pretend like you're king over there? They're like, because that's the way they treat me. So is it that we're asking women to treat us better so we don't leave the country? I was like, I didn't know we was doing that. That was kind of disappointing, actually. That's the ultimate crash out, actually. Like saying, yo,
hmm
I'm going to the different country and I'm gonna find me some another bitch because every woman in America is tripping. That can't be.
no. But
That
listen,
can't
I
be.
I feel like the way that the internet is set up, you can actually find good substantial love in maybe other places. But if you're going there with this mindset, sometimes that I want to be
Looking for
king
better. Right, king mindset.
and not looking for real love.
Right. Well, they said love. They said a wife. They said they're going for a wife, which I'm trying to figure out. Like, I don't even know if they speak the language, so I'm kind of figuring out like how you gonna marry this woman. I don't even know if you speak Filipino, so it's kind of
This
crazy for them to.
there was something I was listening to, and it was like tourism, marriage, and you, and in some places you have to be married to have sex. So they would only marry them to have sex, but it's really prostitution.
I see what you're saying. Like India or some shit like that. When they
Yeah,
gotta
it was
like,
crazy.
right? When they're like, okay, it was like, I don't want you. You're not legally. You're not allowed to. I'm not. You're not allowed to stay with me. But if we
Hmm.
get married, you're allowed to stay with me. Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they do in Texas. Found out about that shit. I was like, all right. So they make sure it's like 14. I'm like, why y'all so why y'all like? It's like no, they said 15. I'm like, why y'all keep getting lower and higher? It's really weird with the numbers over there. But
Right.
I'm like, why like we somebody said the science said man don't really develop to 43. So I'm just like, is that if that's real? Like if our brains don't develop to 43, somebody said that. So I'm like, wait a second, how are we dating 15-year-olds? Like, are you just lowering our IQ so we could date younger? like,
But
I'll do.
but
So
we
it's so right. So what pervert doctor said that? Because he's like, first of all, you guys are not fully mature until you're almost 50 years old. So technically, if you date a woman who's like 20 and you're 80, it's kind of like the same thing. Like you're
right, just
good
she's 15 years old, but
because
she has the mind of a 30-year old. Like what?
mathematic, right? Yeah, exactly. And my brain as a male just got smart at 43. Like I just started like getting into shit like mentally at 43. So technically, if I date a 20-year-old when I'm 40, we're the same age.
Right. That's fucking bananas.
I feel like that's how they feel, which is nasty. Um, yeah, I was just mainly focusing on like when you are in a relationship and you take out outer world stuff out on that partner. I would love to know how do people deal with that. I'm talking
What
about
you
Black
mean? What you
deaths,
mean?
like black. Okay, let's say you watch the news one night, and you and
Hmm.
you and you and you date you're in a relationship. You're watching the news. Hypothetical. You're watching the news, and you see a black death, and it messes you up. You don't feel good about it. So side by side, you're putting stuff on your website, on your feed or whatever, and then you're putting stuff on your feed of how upset you are about the thing that happened. I'm like, you know how that what's the toll of that take on each other? I feel like we
Hmm.
don't ever discuss that. Like you can't you're definitely upset because it hurt your feelings, but like how do you control that when you're with someone, because sometimes you're so angry at the situation and it's the little that you can do, like this type of shit, platforms and all that. You get to like you do poetry, you get to
Hmm.
express your emotions through your craft. But I'm like, yo, like, what if you're just trying to eat dinner and you're still thinking about it and you're upset? Like, how do you turn that off? Should you, as a couple, just like break it down, see how you feel about it, or like rage your own way?
Well, if you're a couple, like don't you pick? Listen, I watch.
You can't pick someone's emotions. Like they could watch, we could watch the same story and feel like two different things. You know what I'm saying?
No, but listen, I watch like a lot of videos on Instagram, and right now, like the topic would love to discuss is like, how do you pick a man? Are you like, are we solely picking men who are providers? And then it's like, in what nature are you providing? Listen, if I want to talk about something and it's bothering me, I hope you're providing a listening ear. Like, if it's on the news and it's that distressing, chances are it already happened. And
This pass. Well, hold on. That well, I don't know if you're going where you're going there. Are you saying it's the past and focus on the present? Nah.
no, no, no. Like, all right, for example, Jordan Neely, right? By the
Yeah,
time we learned about him, he was already dead. So what I'm
for
saying is,
sure.
it happens already,
Right,
and I feel some type of way, and I want to talk to you, and I'm hoping that as a partner, you're providing a listening ear, and
right,
then I don't know the remedy to something like watching someone or seeing pictures of someone getting choked out
right.
on the train.
As
It,
black people, we're not really used to that much violence. As much as they think we are, we're not really used to it. We get really, I get really sick when I see that shit. I'm not cutting you off. Please keep your thought. But I'm
mhm,
saying like I get sick when I see stuff like that. They run
mhm.
it over and over and over and over again, and it's like I feel like whoever watches it every time they run it is crazy. But yeah, like you said, being right next to your partner, you watch that, you see someone die on television, and you're like, what now? What do we do? What are we
Right.
talking
So it's
about?
like you're talking to your partner, and it's
Right.
like, okay, maybe in our household we can keep our kids off the street by giving them a good education so that they don't have to
Okay.
be on the
Okay.
train. But
So
picking
you hit it hot like you hit it hot like we're never gonna get like that because what we're gonna
no,
do
that's
we're
the
gonna raise
thing.
them different.
We
we're
don't
gonna
we
we're gonna
don't
do
know.
different. Right?
We
How
don't
would you
know what's
know? That was
different.
it's random. It's random.
Right. If
It's
I got on
so
the train
random.
and I did poetry
Right? Yes, that's what.
and
Yeah.
and
Well,
people
knock
gave
on
me
wood.
money, right?
Knock on wood. Yeah.
I have a college degree. I have an associate's.
Right.
I went to parochial school.
Right.
Uh, I had a good upbringing. What's the difference between me and Jordan Neely?
Are
That he
you
was
sub
hungry,
are you subjugated to being attacked if your poetry was too aggressive?
right?
You know what I'm saying? Do you hear the shit they were saying? They were saying like I felt like my life was in danger. And I was like, I used to take the train like every day. And I was like, when you see the crazy person and you just go, you do the thing. And that's it. You just leave him alone. You look over a
Or
little bit and you leave him alone. That's it.
you get your ass up and go to another cart.
Simple, simple. But then they sat in fear, so much fear that someone had to pop up and say, I'm gonna handle this. I know how to fix this. I'm gonna
They
save everyone.
sat in so much fear that they recorded it and they took pictures.
Seen shit like this before your whole life on this train. When I saw the nigga reach for his arm when he's already being, he was Spanish by the way. When I saw the person reach for his arm who when he's already being choked out, I was like, this is like a different thing. But like this is like someone just hated his music. Like they wanted him to stop. Like it was like everyone was just jumped in on it. This like 100-pound guy, malnourished, clearly starving to death. Um, So then you watch that, and then you say, "So you want some pepper on your food, or do you want some hot sauce? Or are you good? You good?" What are we supposed to do as a couple without getting mad at each other for social injustices? It's like you can't take it out on each other because you didn't do it. It's not even. It's
Hmm.
not. It's actually you're just equally upset as I am. So it's like and you also upset at people who don't give a shit. So it's like, how do you take that anger out on someone else opposed to putting imploding on each other. Because I feel like there's a lot of couples and so many couple deaths like that have been happening. There's a lot of sibling death that has been happening. Mother daughter shit that I just saw in the news. Mother stabbed the daughter. So I'm like, that's crashing out. That's like, oh yeah, I could get over stuff, but that thing, no. That like that is not it. That's got to be layered anger. Layered. You're mad about something else, and
Listen, I like to
I
say,
tilted it.
I like to say when you crash out, it's either going to take you longer to to get to your destination, or you never get to your destination at all.
Because you're dead, bro. You know what I mean? I mean, if you
Right,
take it too far, you take it too far, you go to prison.
right.
You go down and go to prison. You know, I'm not quite there yet. I never got that angry where I'm just trying to risk it all. You know,
Hmm.
freedom, shit. You know, but I don't know if people know the difference between actually just like staying how you feel at the right time and in the right way, not like necessarily in a threatening way, not necessarily in a forceful way. You know, I don't know if we reached that level yet. I think sometimes there's still battery. We're still beating our women to get our point out. Women are still killing dudes now. so so it's like we're not really figuring out how to express how we feel without going all the way there. You know, I wish there was a medium, like like some sort of yeah medium ground where we could figure out how to express how we feel without um being so defensive, too defensive. Just let it. Just like be open ear. Just listen. Just listen. Not always think it's an attack on you as a person. You know what I mean?
We have world leaders going to war because they're not getting their way. So it's like
Right. Right.
then you
right.
then
Right.
you because listen, I watch Jocelyn's Cabaret.
Right.
I watch Bad
Oh,
Girls
I love
Club.
it. Baddies, I love baddies. Bad Girls Club is my shit. That's my favorite fucking show. It's a
And you know
psychological
what?
test.
You're
It's my favorite
boring.
show.
You're
Wait, hold on. How
boring.
long you been watching Bad
Fight
Girls Club?
me. Fight
How
me
long you been
because you're
watching Bad Girls
boring.
Club?
Huh?
How long you been watching Bad Girls Club?
Since Bad Girls Club was Bad Girls Club. So now I watch it
Oh
on Hulu.
shit. I
Baddie
watched
Baddie Shot a Club. That's what
I'm talking about what you call it with the pots. I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all.
yes,
Y'all ain't getting no
Tanisha.
sleep because Tanisha. Oh shit.
So since the
That's
beginning,
my
this is
shit.
Inception.
That's my. She was the only black girl on that show, and they put it in there with like 8 skinny white women. I was like, this is gonna be. They're gonna make so much money off of this fucking crazy ass concept. And they figured out that white girls were dirty. They didn't clean up. They didn't know how to cook. They was burning pizza in the oven. they was burning. They was burning DiGiorno's in the oven. There was roaches everywhere. and she was like, "Y'all white bitches is nasty."
Listen,
That
nothing
shit was
takes the cake
crazy.
like Hottie trying to make a fucking turkey in the microwave for Flavor
Oh
Flav with
my
her
god.
TV goes.
Oh my god. No, that show is like it should have won an award. It should have won an award. I watched every season. I watched. oh, I went off a little bit.
Am I still here? I'm
All
here.
right, all right. There was I don't know if you remember Julie, the lesbian, and
Mm-hmm.
she had the belly shirt. I think it was Zuli.
Mm-hmm.
She was a deep voice. She was like, "My name is Zuli. I'm gonna keep myself out of it. I don't really like drama like that." and every single scene, they had her as a lesbian fighting everybody. She was in everybody's business, doing everything. So much that she fought when she broke her she sprained her ankle and they pushed her in the pool.
Oh my God. Damn.
Show is out of control. Now they should. I know they brought it back on Zeus, but ain't nobody paying for Zeus. I bootleg all that shit. I don't pay for it because they're acting
But
nuts.
you've seen it though, right?
I love it. I watched every single season of Bad Girls Club. It's my
Listen.
favorite show, and I'm watching Baddies now. I'm on Baddies East. I'm
Okay.
watching Baddies East. They go all the way to Jamaica and shit. I'm not there yet. I'm on
But
Baddies
listen,
East.
they call each other out. You're boring. And they fight each other
I
because
love
they're
that shit.
boring. So
Straight
listen,
up. Like
what we're
why you
talking about,
acting like that? Why you so lazy? Is it like you don't do nothing? You don't party, you don't turn up? It's like
Right.
I'm
You don't
you
do
up. It's
crack like
like you don't do crack, like girl. You don't twerk. You don't fuck random dudes. Like what? Like what are you about? You don't have no surgery. Like who are you?
right, and you're crashing out for money.
Right? And it's like why are you
Like,
here? I love when they say
right,
that shit. Why are you here? You're not a baddie. You're not a baddie. You don't fuck for money. You're not a baddie.
right. So it's like, yo, like well, that
Yeah,
should
yeah,
change your principles for a few
yeah. That's
dollars.
they tell about your prison. It's like it's like I don't think you're bad enough, man. You gotta show me something. How tough are you? You know, it's just like when did we start doing that? But that
Right.
was that was on at first I think it was on Oxygen. It was on Oxygen. And
Hmm.
I never missed it. I never missed it. I thought it was probably the most innovative way to see how individuals act from all over the world. They were from
Hmm.
all parts of the all parts of the country. I mean, like that was crazy. Some of them was like, I've never even been to New York before. And it's like they had like all these weird. I was like, I've never like in my life, my own personal life, I've never seen these kind of women before. So I was like, it was kind of crazy to see them like interact with each other. It was kind of crazy. After they got over the white girl thing, because that was a lot for the first 3 seasons. It was just like white women and like two or three minorities. But then once they got into like the fifth, sixth, seventh, and all that, oh my god, they had all colors of the rainbow, all types of disasters. And then they started doing the videos to audition.
Hmm.
I was like looking up auditioning to be on this psychological hell test of a show. It's like Survivor for women,
Yes.
but for real. Because I was like, I didn't know. I was like, how y'all do each other like that, peeking on each other when they got the men in the room and all that messy stuff. But
Hmm.
I watched every season. There's nothing like it. But I'm gonna go back to the topic at hand. Is it good to crash out? I'm gonna say probably not. It's probably not.
Or
Uh, it's not an
listen,
adult thing to do.
if you crash out personally, you have
Right.
um real time, real life proof that it's not worth it.
Why you say
That's
that? Because you said you got 5, 4, 3, 2. You said you said you got that amount of time before.
no, no, no. Let me tell you something. The real crash out in my relationship was when it ended. By then we was calling each other names, saying crazy shit.
Right.
It's not worth it to get there. Now I have the emotional intelligence enough to say, you know what? Matter of fact, let's talk about emotional intelligence. It happened to me twice, two instances, right? Where someone said something to me,
Okay.
and in my beautiful mind, I said, "Oh, I want to slap them." So in my emotional intelligence, with my having it, the only thing I could do is remove myself from the situation. Why?
Right.
Is what they're saying make me want to slap them? I gotta
But
go.
why what they're saying makes you want to slap them? You said. If you
Well,
said
yeah,
you say if you feel like you're getting physical, right?
yeah.
Right. If
Why
you felt like if you, right.
is their comment bothering me so much that I want to slap them? No, I gotta go. I cannot.
Then
I
look
don't
at
even.
yourself as a physical person. You're not a
Yeah,
physical person.
I'm not even a physical person. So the fact that I want to slap you, I
It's
gotta
probably
go.
too much. It's probably
I
too
gotta.
much.
I gotta
It's probably too
fucking go.
much.
I don't even understand why this thought is crossing my mind, and I gotta go
Right.
because it's not healthy for me, and it ain't
Right.
healthy for you. But when you're in a relationship that you've invested more into, you understand? That's why sometimes I feel like those crash outs happen. I've invested so much time, and that's why when you
What is
do
it
crash
like? What
out,
is that? Guilt? Like when we like you know what I'm saying? Like that sounds like you want like you have a buyer's remorse. You're like there's no way this is happening to me, and I put all this time in this. Like there's no way this should be happening to me. Not with all the time I put into it. So that's sort of like when you have a product or you have something and it runs out, it stops working the way it was supposed to work when you bought it. You know what I'm saying? So you're
no,
like you changed on me or whatever. You know what I
it's
mean?
not
Like
even about changing because I feel like when you're with someone you want to be with, like um they're gonna change, and it's
mhm.
you stay with them no matter, you relearn them, and that's the beauty about being in love. But you feel like, you know what, I'm in love with you, Why is this ending? Like you don't understand. And sometimes that could
Mm.
cause you to crash out too. That's why niggas when niggas be saying, "Oh, if I can't love you, no one will." That's a real
Oh
crash out.
shit!
No,
No,
let me tell you
that's a
something.
crash out.
You will be loved by someone else. It's not going to be me though.
Oh, right. That's a crash out. He's talking about in heaven. When they say
Right?
that,
Like
that's it. Oh no. Yeah, that's like
me.
that. Yo, you know how many murder suicides have happened like within this year? You know what I mean? Like, there's been so many things that have been happening. I mean, not this year. I mean, last year. There's so many like people just there's a couple, and they're all just dead in the house. Like the guy just took everybody
The
out.
whole
Everybody
family,
out.
right?
Yeah, like what? Like that's
Let
the
them
ultimate crash out.
let them
For
go.
real.
Let
Right,
them
right.
go.
I don't know where's that line where you're like, no, no, because I know you're gonna be happy without me. Because then you're going now you're saying that I'm the problem and that I'm not the problem. The world is the problem, and now I'm gonna help you by taking you out with me. Like that's how they're looking at it. It's kind of they have this like savior mentality where it's like I'm doing this to help all of us, and it's like, bro, you got to figure that out.
Let me
Like
listen.
not the
I
kid and all that. Like they
I
kill the kid and
learned
everybody.
right the 3-year-old baby who
Yeah,
what
all that. Like, what? Like that was a part of your plan. He's like, no. First of all, it's God's plan. He's like, God told me to do this, and not only did God tell me to do this, God said that if I wanted to find peace for y'all, we got to get out of here. This is like,
and I
nah,
like
bro.
that you said that because guess what? God don't take away your free will.
Well, that's not the point,
So
right?
killing
Like, what? Why?
someone
Why would Allah? Why would that's not part of Allah's plan? To that's the key point of any religion is free will. So it's kind of like,
exactly. So when you kill
right,
someone, you take away their free will automatically.
right.
I don't listen. I don't want my free will taken away. I don't want to take your free will away. If my
That's
free
the
will,
argument.
if my free will says walk the fuck away, because I could take away someone else's free will, I'm gonna walk the fuck away. I don't
Right.
listen. At the end of the day, the more listen, when you crash out, you learn. You know what? I can't control nothing. Trying to control something makes me so angry that I'm willing to crash out, and in the process, fucking hurt myself and hurt
Right.
you. Then I have to heal from this shit. And what if I don't heal? What if I'm forever broken? I,
For that one moment, you mean?
for that one moment, yes.
Right.
Cause listen, you know how they be like, once a cheater, always a cheater. Once a thief, always a thief. Once a liar, always a liar. Listen, that's what you have to look forward to. And then sometimes you know what? Some people be so hell bent on keeping the image together. If this person thinks that you are a liar because you lied to them and you want to protect your image and say I'm not a liar, but you know you lied.
One time
Fucking
though. Not
one
all the
time.
time. Like
Just be,
hold
just
up.
be one
Now hold up.
time.
Now is a lie allowed to lie one time? Like are we talking about white lies? Or are we talking about big ass lies? Like
You see how
something that we
you trying to put a
what?
grade on a lie. A lie is a
Wait,
lie.
we're not allowing white lies no more? We don't do white lies no more?
Listen,
Like something like, oh, like I simple shit. You left something out on the counter. I didn't tell you that you did, so I kept it to myself. So that's a white lie to me. It's a good thing. It's like I'm doing it to spare the conversation, right? If I broke something and then cleaned it up or whatever, and then tell you it broke, is that bad? You know what I'm saying? Like those kind of lies, I feel like they depending on the delivery and how you feeling, could go a long. It could be
listen. It's a
it could be a
lie
whole
when they
thing.
ask you, "Hey, where's the vase at?"
Okay, and
So,
I go, what
so-
vase? what, what
right,
vase? What
exactly.
vase? We don't
Yeah,
have a
listen,
vase.
I bumped into it and I cleaned it up. That's not a lie. You just told the
Right,
truth. But if you
right.
so what are we talking about here? So
So you
listen, my ex boyfriend. Listen, the thing about crashing out is you have to learn from it in order to get the lesson. There's a lesson
right,
in crashing out. That's what I'm saying.
There
Like,
should be, I
cracking
guess,
up.
right? There should be
Yeah.
something that you're getting from it. I don't think you should just crash out just to fucking yell and scream. I think you should just be like, I'm making my point across, okay? Like, the only reason why I'm doing this and I'm yelling like this is because I feel fed up about this one thing. Now, if you do that all the time, you probably should do what? Like change that whole environment if you feel like you're just always just at that level all the time.
Yeah. Listen,
Right.
if you had to constantly scream to be heard,
Right.
you wouldn't. You'd be like, "Damn, my throat hurt." You gonna keep yelling, and your throat hurt. Like it starts
Just
to take an effect on you too. Like
yeah.
so, physically for your health, it elevates your blood pressure. You know, niggas have been known to catch a stroke, heart attack behind
Yeah,
anger.
we all fucked up. Yeah, we all fucked up with the heart.
It hurts the liver.
We have history of heart failure in families
So
now. Yeah.
it takes a bodily and a mentally toll. So
Right.
if that's your way of getting across and it doesn't help, no one ever seems to hear you. Now
Right.
you're hurting yourself. Are you telling me you're not cognizant enough to say, you know what? Let me get out of this environment for me. For me. Let me be selfish and take care of myself. Because when I'm showing someone that I care and I'm showing, hey, this is bothering me, and they don't hear me. So now I raise my voice so they can hear me and they still don't listen. Let me be selfish. Let me get the fuck out of here.
But see, you know what happens though sometimes? You turn off the you feel selfish before you're about to do what you just said you to do. You turn it off. You go, oh shit. Well, if I do this, am I just thinking about myself? Well, hold on. If I do this, am I thinking about how this person feels about that? This means, but after you already did, that's what I think most people think like that right after. You're like, oh shit, was that all right? Like, was that did I do that the right way or whatever? So I'm like, if you're saying you're doing that just to free yourself and then have a better relationship with your mind and all that, you still have that guilt of saying how you feel to that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you like? That's not something that just goes away. Like, you're like, I don't know if I'm being selfish by speaking like that. Like, I said I said what I wanted. I said how I feel. And I'm like, I'm not taking this no more. Yada yada. But I'm just like, well, did I think about what they put up with me? Did I think about like how they feel after I said that? Or you're like, fuck it. If you if you feel a certain way, say it, get it out the way, and don't live with like half truth. Because that's what it is. If you don't say it all the way, you're just living with like you're living with half of how you feel about that person. If you don't say the whole thing,
Okay, so if that's the case, right, and you're saying it's half. Now let me ask you a follow-up question. Is that fulfilling to you?
living half of a relationship, like half of emotion, no, probably not. Probably shouldn't do that. Because like what's gonna happen is you're gonna spaz out, you're gonna crash out. It's gonna be quiet. You're gonna be quiet for a little bit, and then eventually, for no weird reason, they're gonna forget to wash something, and you're gonna go, Gah! Like, where did that come from? Right? That's just you being half real with the person. So you should probably just be 100 all the time, so you can avoid those random, sporadic, which aren't random, right? Because you said you gave them 3 times, 1, 2, 3. So it's happened once, it happened twice, it happened. Now this would be the third time that it happened, and that's why you're reacting the way you're reacting. So
Yes.
it's like, right. So you're saying to avoid all of that, you should definitely avoid the strikes. Like, don't even get it
No,
on the first one. Get it on
what
the
I'm
first. Oh
saying
wait,
is
should you stop putting up strikes, or should I just get it on the first time?
that's the thing. It's up to you. You create your own boundaries. You know yourself.
Right.
Myself, the first, you know how they be like, um, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me
For me
twice,
twice, shame on me.
shame on
Right.
me.
Right.
That's someone with a two-strike threshold.
Okay.
I'm saying,
That thing could go like a longer. It could go 5 if you really want.
right, some people have a five
Right.
finger
Right.
threshold.
Hmm.
But what I'm saying is the first time I'm like, did I see what I just saw? And
Right.
then the second time is confirmation. So by
Right.
the third time, no, thank you, ma'am. No, thank you, sir. I will not be accepting this. This is not how I want to live my life. You
If you
understand? And then
say if you didn't see it, if you didn't see it by the second time, then we shouldn't. Like if you still don't get it by the second one, by the second time you don't know what I'm talking about. This is probably a bad relationship. It's probably not gonna work.
listen,
Like even by
if
the second
if
time you don't even know what I'm talking about.
right, listen, like
Right.
if you need your needs met, right? If you say I'm allergic to apples, please don't put apples in this, right? And they put an apple in there.
That's
That
one.
could possibly kill you.
Right. And that's
That could
one
kill
though.
you. One, and that's one. So
That's
now
one though. You're
you're
like, all
playing
right,
with
now
my
you
life.
fucking with me.
Right. So it's like you
Now
didn't
you
get that
fucking with
I'm
me.
allergic to apples,
Right.
that my whole shit could swell up and I could
Right.
possibly die.
It's like I heard you say something about apples, but I wasn't sure. It's like, I know
But
you
you
said
can
you
get
love
sick.
apples or you allergic to apples. I'm not sure. Those kind of
Right.
niggas can't work in a restaurant. So because like you got to I guess I look. So I guess patience comes with like common sense and like what is that when you just pay attention? You have to pay attention. Pay attention to what the person how the person feels and what they're going through, and you'll never probably have to do that. You never probably have to hit that road where you have to like spaz out on this person, and like disrespect them or do whatever. If you understand where each other are coming from, like, or as a human being, just be considerate enough to anything can happen. They could be feeling anything. So just have an open mind instead of like the impatience that comes with our species. Because I watch people drive. I don't drive. I watch people drive. You guys, you guys are no good. You guys are no good. Drivers are no good. You guys don't give a shit about old people. They don't give a fuck about nobody. They're just like
Right.
move, constantly just angry. Um, you know, just that's just the vibe. I don't know if they equate that back into the relationship, that kind of like patience. But I think the only way to do that is the only way we're going to do this is with patience. I think more
Right.
patient,
Because sometimes,
like a
listen,
lot more.
like sometimes someone will bring a grievance to you, right? And they're loud and they're yelling, and you're sometimes you're just supposed to sit there and listen to everything they're saying.
Right.
Now, if you pick up on their emotions and you want to match emotions, now we're two people yelling, and every time you say something, I'm saying something to negate it. Why? You're not
That's
listening.
not. This is a
You're not being
debate.
right.
Right. This is a debate. We're not even having a conversation. This would be a debate. It's just like now we're just yelling at each other, and I'm just trying to figure out. Like you actually just like this. I came into what you said earlier. You said I want to talk to. I hope I'll be able to talk to you with my grievances. Not when I talk to you, just like, well, look, I got all types of grievances. No one asked about my grievances. It's like, oh, well, that's not a conversation. We're not now. We're debating how many grievances we have. Like who has the most grievances, and which one is
Exactly.
worse. I know. I know. That's. I don't know how we ever gonna turn that off because that's how everybody talks. Like you can't even talk to family sometimes because they be like, "Oh, you tired?" Like, like I was born tired. It's like, all right. So you can't tell nobody how you feel because their shit's always up. Like they've been feeling that for 100 years. So right,
But I feel like us having this conversation is, listen, that's the beginning to that. Someone is going to
right.
catch it and you'll be like, you know what? The next time when someone is yelling and they're upset, I'm just going to sit there and listen. Because
So,
imagine, listen, Jordan Neely did the same thing. He was mad and he was upset and he was hungry. He was asking for food.
right.
No one could have food. No one had a granola water, a
No one
dollar.
listened. No one listened.
He wasn't robbed. He wasn't trying to rob him.
Right. He
He
had
was
no
like,
weapon. He
I'm
had no
hungry.
weapon.
Right. Only all he had was his voice
And his dance moves because he
and his
moved like Michael
dancing.
Jackson.
Exactly. So
So
he was just
that's all. That's what
hungry.
he had. Right. So that shouldn't have happened. That was miscommunication. That was just not listening. Like you said, they're not listening. If you don't listen, you could die. People could die. That's what happened in
Like,
that case. You could
right.
die if you don't listen. Right. For sure. Like that's unfortunate, but that's I mean even in relationships too. That's the shit we're talking about. You said when you the nigga walk in the house, say, listen, I don't think this is working out. Like I'm my bills ain't I ain't got the money. Something's old and dude and all that cable and all this. I think we should just probably just go. They're like, did you ask me? And the kids, they're like, it's okay, gotta sort this out. Like I think you can't really go 100% think like selfish. I think selfishness got to go. I think you can't really be able to. And I feel like an asshole, but I feel like a really selfish person. So I feel like an asshole even saying this. But I think I'm figuring out. I'm figuring out, like you said, this conversation. I'm figuring out what is one of the key problems when the word crash out comes up. It is just selfishness. You're saying, I feel like I want to talk about me, and that's it. My emotions matter, and that's it. That's not good. That's selfish.
No, what
for
I'm
the
saying
moment.
is
For the moment, I mean, when you
that's
don't
that's
think
the
about how the other person feels.
that's an extreme crash out, right? So say he left his family and
Right.
he said, figure it out. I feel like at least if you do
You talk
that,
about dads. You talk about dads. Like,
right? If the dad didn't kill the family,
black
right?
dads. Like this. It's like this. I gotta head out. I gotta head out. I'm gonna head out. I didn't
Listen,
mean to do this.
if the dad didn't kill the family and he just
Right.
left, at least they will have a chance to rebuild.
Yes.
But
Yes.
he killed everyone. So so
I didn't ask them that.
when sometimes when people are yelling, they've hit the peak of their anger and they want to be heard. Listen, that's why
Right.
people yell.
It's too late. You're saying it's too late. When you're yelling, you're saying it's too late.
No,
Like you
what
think
no,
they
what
like.
I'm not. What I'm saying is sometimes like if all right, if I'm yelling, right,
Right.
I would prefer if the person I'm talking to doesn't raise their voice back to me. If you just
Mm.
listen to what I'm having to say, although it
Okay.
may sound offensive, because I've told my friend, I said, listen, I know I'm yelling. I can hear myself.
Right.
I'm riled up. Even though I'm yelling, it doesn't mean that what I'm saying is right. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I'm saying it.
It's
This is
just
how I
loud. It's just
yeah,
loud, but I'm not
I,
saying that I may not be 100% right. I'm just like this is my tone. I'm picking a tone. This is my tone.
and I'm riled up and I know that.
Right.
And I know I'm riled up because this is how I'm talking to you. So like you don't have to match my energy.
Right.
You could
It'd be really
continue to
cool.
say yourself. Just hear me out. Because I'm yelling. I don't mean I'm necessarily right. And I told my friend this. And she called me the devil. I was like,
Why? Because when you say how you
because
feel,
I
you
was
you yell.
no,
You yell.
I was drinking and
Okay.
I knew I was yelling and I was saying, listen, I know I'm yelling. Just please don't take offense.
Right.
I'm not gonna strike you. Like whatever childhood trauma you got going on,
It's,
it's not gonna come.
you trigger. You see, you trigger somebody. You trigger them. There's like, oh
Yeah, I
shit, I
did
know
because she
that.
told me
Yeah.
I was triggering
Right.
her, but I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna hit you. What I'm
Right.
saying is this is the message, and I keep
Right.
saying it, and I don't feel like you're getting it.
Right.
Low voice, 100, but listen, don't take offense to
This is
me
just
yelling.
this is how I express myself. I get loud.
Yes,
Right.
yes,
That's what the whole thing with black women all the way through. Every single white person and every single race of the people outside of black go, I don't know these black women. They just yell and scream. All they do is yell, yell, yell. I was like, it's not anger though. It doesn't. The octave is not an anger tone. It's just how you express yourself. That's how black women express themselves. It's just at a loud um, pitch. That's it.
right.
Like,
So
like look how the black women sing opposed to another race, right? Don't you sing at a higher pitch? Like it's a higher octave. It doesn't sound like anything else. There's no British, no opera singer, no Italian person that can sound like how a black woman when they hit like them A's and them G's and minors and all that. So that's the same thing in a conversation. I feel the black woman's gonna go. It's gonna sound emotional. It's gonna hit you like most chords do, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they're upset with you. It's just that's the tone. But it would be a miracle if a police officer heard that tone because they do not. They do not hear it. It sounds offensive, and it sounds like you're challenging them. That's too loud for peace. That's what they say. That tone sounds like you are attacking me. So like that's another thing too. Like tones with me, because I'm very sensitive with sound with music and shit. I don't like certain things. Like if I hear certain things in the morning or certain things, it just fucks me up. Like it'll fuck me up for the whole day sometimes. Like like just certain people's voices or like a certain sound of construction or whatever, like it'll fuck up the whole thing. Like my it'll change my mindset of what like my original when you just wake up feeling. You know what I mean? Like that jolly, just I'm glad I'm alive shit. Like one tone would be like like one tone would be like I don't even know if I want to like who cares about that? Like it just it makes me like like angry, and it's like that's a shame. Or sometimes it'd be like a bird, and it's like oh that's nice. like like this bird's trying to wake me up. That's what's up. Like that. Like I appreciate shit like that. So
Mm-hmm.
when you talk about tones, it's like if you could just hear the tone and just listen to what the person is saying and just hear it as like a cry of help or just some sort of like someone just trying to let you know how they feel, no matter how the pitch is, you probably don't have to reach that level where you have to get into disrespect mode. Probably.
Because listen, when have you ever crashed out before?
Absolutely. I think I crashed
Okay.
out today.
Wasn't there levels? Like you didn't just crash out because of any reason. Did you crash out because
Uh,
you feel like it was something that you addressed before?
I feel like I crashed out because I realize that I'm a selfish person. I realize
So
I'm a
you crash
selfish person.
you crashed out to yourself?
I crashed out. I crashed out uh, on my significant other
Hmm.
because I realized I'm a selfish person.
Okay.
Afterwards, I'm saying I realized I'm a selfish person. I realized what the reason why I did it is because I'm a selfish person.
Okay.
You know what
But
I'm saying?
see, now you have that insight, and the next time you want to crash out, you could be like, "Oh, am I being selfish? You know what?
Think
I am
first.
being selfish. So let me
Right.
do something thoughtful for my significant other that would, make me feel, you know, fulfilling to her. So I'm not being selfish anymore. I'm making, I'm trying to turn this around, and you know what? I'm gonna show her my gratitude. So that's why, like sometimes crashing out is important. Like so crashing out doesn't mean like doesn't always have to mean like it's so detrimental. Like to everything, there's levels.
It has to be the end. It's not the end. No, it's not like I'm just doing this and this is the. It's like I'm doing this just to like Sometimes you could do it with family, and that means like you're cutting it off. You're cutting the cord. Like saying, I'm not. Hey, you offended me. I'm out. And if you could just never talk to them again. Like you're allowed to do that, and I think it happens more less still to this day. Even though I think they're getting older, like like 40, 50 year olds or 50 year olds are just like not calling their family members anymore and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like not putting up with like old trauma or new trauma. Um, if I could think before I act, for sure. Obviously, that's always the the thing to do. But it's like when you're frustrated, how do you what do you do with like instead of acting like a child? That's how I feel like. It's like you're just like, oh, I'm so angry right now. I have to just say it instead of keeping it to myself. It's like that thing. Like that's like a lot of shit happens because of that same mentality, like shootouts and all that shit. Like if they could just cool the fuck out, none of that shit would happen. If you just like think about it for like 2 seconds, you know what I mean? Like how the
Well,
other person would feel.
with the shootouts, right? I feel like it has a lot to do with like masculinity. They don't know how to be masculine, and you know the nigga could have very much so hurt their feelings of what they said and how they perceived them.
In the
And
rap, in the rap
right,
song for
like
sure. Correct.
you don't get no money, you broke. Like
Got it. Yeah, and I got your girl. She's in the
right,
video.
so it's like, oh my god, my ego.
Right,
Like
right, right.
listen, there's better bitches. There's more money out there. Like
Right.
just go get it. Like if the nigga really made you feel that bad about your finances, get your money up. Like you could either be comfortable with yourself to the point where It don't matter what niggas say to you. I don't care. Like I live for myself. I don't live for your opinion.
I kind of feel like you could kind of do that without even the. Can you hear me? You could do that even without the bread, like the bread that they're talking about. Like if you just have a great mindset about how you live, how you feel about yourself, I don't even think you really need to even be in competition with them. You know,
I
when people
agree.
put themselves in a competition, I'm like, you're out of your mind. If you're just like, if you wake up every day and you're mad at rappers, you're crazy. They have a different lifestyle. They have nothing to do with you. They are in their own thing, doing their own thing. If you admiring is great, but don't live your life like them, especially if you don't have the money. Like, and don't make them make you upset. I see people so every day. Someone on Twitter is like, "This nigga woke up, Kanye with this white girl." Yeah, yeah. I was like, "Nigga, who cares? Who gives a shit?
But for listen,
Who gives a
Kanye,
shit?"
all the hoopla, good or bad, that's money in his pocket.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he does because the
It's
music comes out.
money.
The music
It's,
is
it's
great when it comes
it's
out.
money in his pocket and time taken away from what the
Right.
fuck we want to accomplish in life. So
Right.
it's like,
I don't oh God, that's like super fans and shit. I don't understand none of that shit. And there are tons of people who actually get upset at something that happened in a celebrity's life and take it out in their actual real life. So what the fuck is that life like? Like if you're upset what's going on with Diddy or Jay-Z or maybe like you know, a case or some shit, something happens and you're pissed off at that, can it trickle down into the relationship? I think so.
but
Sometimes.
listen, when it does, it's an eye opener. For example, uh, it could have been the Tory Lane case and the Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh
Like,
shit.
who sided with who? Or
See,
listen, it
now
could
that was
be
a weird thing. That's such a weird thing because people were really fucking doing weird stuff with that. That was the first time I realized. At first, I never heard of the nigga, never heard of him,
mhm.
and I was just like, "Oh, he's so tiny." And then I was just like, "Yo, he's a tiny man. He's such a tiny man. He's a tiny man." And I was like, "I know exactly what happened." I said, "I figured it out already. Cracked the case. Whoever that woman was." And before I knew what the case was, I said, "Whoever that woman was, she was probably tall, and she called him tiny, and then he shot her. And then I met Megan the Stallion, and I was like, holy shit, the tallest woman I've ever seen in my life.
Mhm.
She's the tallest woman I've ever seen in my life. Of course, he shot her. Of course, she called him short. He shouldn't. He should. You know, that's what happened. She said, "Listen here, you short nigga." He said, "The who to the what to the what?"
Exactly. See?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, and then you have like presidential parties. Bro, I feel like when you get in a relationship, there's certain things that you agree on.
Right. Okay. A contract.
Like political
Contract.
parties, like, or at least like,
Oh God, now is that real? I don't give a shit about that. We've never done that. Me and B, we have never talked. We've talked about who we're gonna vote for, but it's never been like a thing. Like, yo, if you vote for this person, I don't know who you are. It's
no,
like,
but
nah, I'm not giving a shit. Nah,
no,
nope.
but for
Because they don't
example,
care. They don't care about us. Those fucking politicians. So why would you
right.
even bring that in your bedroom? Like that's like chaos. You know what I'm saying? Like you're supposed to do that shit light, like light.
No, but
It's
for
not supposed to be
example,
like heavy.
the whole abortion thing, like,
Oh God,
right,
no.
like,
You're
no,
supposed
that
to be
was a
mad at your
problem.
spouse for that?
No,
Absolutely
you're not
not.
mad at your spouse for that, but you're like, you know what? I'm upset they're trying to take away women's rights.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
you would
Yeah.
lock up.
As a man, I'm like this. Yo. As a man, I'm like, yo, y'all should be able to do whatever y'all want. Yeah, I feel 100 on that. That's what I said. I was like, y'all should be able to do whatever you want. I don't think that these rapists, half of these niggas is rapists, pedophiles, should be doing gavels on whatever y'all want to do. I feel like it should always be left up to y'all. That's how I feel about all that shit. Like, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't. But if, again, you go by the Bible, yes, abortion is murder. It is in the sense of just a kill. A kill is a kill. You can't say like it wasn't a life yet. It is a life if it was if it's born. If
If you
you
have
can
to abort it,
yeah,
you have
yeah,
it,
it's a life. So yeah,
right.
it's
But
cap.
when it
Yeah, it's kind of cap.
right,
Yeah, no. So if I'm going by the Bible, I'm like, yeah, no, it's bad for sure. and I don't know why people are getting all these abortions. Like, why are you fucking that much and like not like letting niggas pull out? You just kind of like just like I have too many abortions, so much that this bill is affecting me because I'm gonna have another abortion probably after New Year's, and I feel like they're fucking with my shit. It's like, why you have so many abortions? But that's not. I'm not a woman. It's not none of my business. But I'm
Listen,
like,
I had one. I had to. It was. I had to pay it on a payment plan.
oh shit.
Which is part of the reason why I needed
That
one
means,
because
what does that
the
even
foot.
mean? What is a
Listen,
payment plan on an abortion, though? What does that even mean, Chaz?
so I went to Planned Parenthood, right? And my ex, I was like, "Listen, you pay for half, I pay for
Is
half."
this the same guy from the dishes? Is this the
Yes,
same? Oh shit, my nigga. What's his name again? You don't have to if you don't want to.
I listen. I'm gonna protect his
All
privacy.
right, what's the first initial? I just want to call. I just want. Can I have one first
Hell
initial?
no. He wish I spoke
I'm
about
not
him.
gonna find him. Is
No,
that
but
is like
he
a G?
he
I
wished
just want to call
no.
my man. My man. All right, my man. But from the laundromat, he's back at it again. New shit. He's got new shit.
Right. So he paid half of it, and I was like, I'll pay the other half. So you go to Planned Parenthood, you're like, listen, I only got half the money. They still do the procedure, and I would pay
They do it
them.
with half. They do have half the money. That's nice.
And then I paid the rest off.
Oh, that's fucking nice. They you could pay them. It says 100. You could pay them 50 up front, and then
No, I
50
think it was like $500. 100 what?
$500.
Yeah.
So you did 250 up front.
And then I paid the rest off.
Oh shit! But he didn't give you any money.
No, he gave me half.
Oh, he paid the 250, and then you had to pay the other half.
And then I paid because I said we could split it, and then I paid the
So
other half.
you guys went half on killing a baby.
Yeah.
It's kind of gangster.
Listen, at the end of the day, you should have to pay
But
it off. Imagine not having a
it's kind of nice,
listen. We're not even together now, right?
right?
I would
So it's a
have
fucking
another. I have another baby
right.
that,
You don't
and
want
then
to do that. You don't want to do that. You definitely didn't want. You did it for a reason, and I definitely believe you're gonna save longer than in the long run if you do that ASAP because you know you're not compatible. You it's one of those babies where it's like we both but no me and you don't want this baby. Probably should just right just for a happy home for the kid like heaven. But but I had one in my previous relationship, not this one,
mhm,
Bismillah. And I went straight for the plan B. I was like, you should
mhm,
probably just take the plan B. And it's like, that doesn't work like that. So I was like, okay. I was like, cool, cool, cool. So, yeah, I chose, not to go to the clinic with her because, that was the time we kind of were like, we're gonna probably break up. It's really not easy for the woman to realize, like, you're like, I don't want to be a father with you. Like, that means like you're kind of like taking a relationship and you're going crunch. You're skipping all the bullshit now you're letting me know straight up I don't want to be with you. So I mean, like, not like for real. So sorry. Like that's the ultimate. Letting them know that you don't take them seriously is when you
mhm,
tell them that you don't want to have a kid with them.
mhm.
It's fucked. Like, that's fucked up. Like, that's as bad. I think that's the worst. That's the worst. I think you could say to a woman.
But
Depending on the relationship, I'm saying, it's like, if you know you was just messing around, that's whatever. But I mean, like, no woman likes to hear like, "Yo, I don't want to be a father." No, you're not a mother. No. Like,
see, guess what?
that's fucked up.
She now has the opportunity to go back to school, earn
Right.
some
Well,
more
yeah.
money,
Right.
meet another guy, have a happy life,
Yeah.
have a
Do your own
baby
thing.
with the
Yeah.
man who
I
wants to
believe she
be
has a
her.
kid now. She has a kid. I think she has a kid now. I think
So look,
she did it. Yeah, yeah, she did it. Yeah, no, I believe she did it. And I'm like, yo, that's what's up. But I don't imagine this though. What about the people who be having the kids and they can't have kids like that. And then they get the abortion. That was the last one. Oh, sometimes I'd be like, I think it happens to white women a lot. Not definitely not
mhm,
Spanish or black, but I'm like, cause y'all are fertile as hell. But I'm like, that's probably what the shit that they was mad about. They was probably mad about the fact that sometimes it's like it's one time only that you get to have the kid, like, and then it should be it's like the fact that they taking away that right is fucked up because they're so infertile. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cut abortions or not. That's the whole thing, right? So
But see,
as
okay, with this white woman, who forced you to get an abortion? That you had the abortion?
if I need it, I should be able to get it however I want it. And I'm kind of like, okay, I kind of feel you on that. But again, if you're asking me as a human being if it's murder, yeah, it's murder. Sorry, it's murder. Yeah, for sure.
Oh no, it's definitely murder. It's
Yeah, it's murder
you are. Listen,
for sure.
I felt it.
But
They put me under local anesthesia, but I felt the cut, snip, all
right,
of that.
wait.
They're taking it.
Even though you were under, you still felt what was going on.
Still felt what was
That's
going
fucking
on.
crazy. That's
It felt
fucking crazy.
crazy. It's
Oh
only something
no.
a woman can
I always feel like the
experience.
fucking anesthesia never fucking works. Why is it like that? Like I watched Nip Tuck. You ever see that show Nip Tuck?
No.
It's a show about two plastic surgeons. It's a '90s show. I should do
Hmm.
the thing. Excuse me. Bring it up on the damn screen, but look it up if you have a chance. I think it's on Hulu. But it's a show about these two plastic surgeons, and it's like a super cool show. I think the director of Fast and Furious or some shit.
Hmm.
Like there's a whole bunch of weird actors on there, like from the beginning, like General Hospital type shit. Like I think you got like Gina Torres and all these people on that like random like big time actors now on that show from back in the '90s. But
Hmm.
two cool plastic surgeons, and they always there's a part where they put the CD in the deck, and that's
Hmm.
when it's anesthesia time when they
Hmm.
put the patient out. And
Hmm.
I was like, wow, anesthesia must be so cool because like they can't even hear the music, right? So they're
Oh,
doing the
the shit
surgery.
worked.
Right, that mean that shit works. So I'm like, how many times have I heard someone say that they've been screaming consciously, subconsciously, so like quietly screaming. So they wake up in pain. So it's like they weren't making a sound, but they could feel every fucking thing. I was like, what is this? That means the anesthesia is broken. The anesthesia is totally broken. If you're feeling in your sleep, that's probably like hell. That's what hell feels like.
You said they're screaming in pain and they're
In
not
their
making a
sleep. In their
in their.
sleep. So they said that they will wake up in tears because while they were passed out from the anesthesia, they felt every single thing that was happening during the surgery. And I'm like, that's not what the show said. That's not what Nip Tuck said. Nip Tuck said, when they put the juice in you, you out, baby. That's it, you out. And like we could play music. They played music while they did the surgery. They fucking dance a little bit. Like it's a dope show because they different cases every time. So someone's getting like a fucking nose reconstructed. It's all cosmetic. So someone wants to. I got bags. They take the bags out. Nigga said they can take the bags out. He's out and he could feel them ripping his eyes out because the anesthesia like passes you out, but it doesn't stop the pain. And I'm like, uh-oh, someone fucked up the juices. Then you try to look at this and see if that shit's real, and it is real. It is real. Take it back to the niggas who molested all the women, gave them the aesthetic, right, and had sex with them. Doctors in Brazil did this shit. Real shit. You could Google it, look it up. They make the pass the women out and then got oral sex from them. So my thing was like, if that shit goes down like that when you're not totally passed out, you are in a passed out state with your face, but your soul and your subconscious is out. You hear, you can feel everything. You just can't see it. Like that to
Hmm.
me is crazy. That's crazy. That's a thing. There's cases that people felt they said they could feel the surgery, but they couldn't open their eyes. That's that, that's messed up. But you can't do anything. You can't even scream. You just cry. They just cried. They said they just, or you could see them as just crying because you could feel them opening your stomach and opening your shit, but you can't fucking move.
Lord have
Isn't that
mercy. This is
crazy?
That's fucking crazy. Oh my god.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Listen,
People we get these plastic surgeries for like cosmetic reasons, like butts and titties and shit. I'm like, yo, nigga, do you know that shit could happen to you? Like, you could just fucking like literally feel yourself dying on the table. Like, Like, is it worth that for the twerk? Like,
For the twerk, right? For the
yeah,
bag,
like,
for that
mm-mm,
ass that's supposed to make you money. You know
mm-mm.
how much you put $10,000 in your ass, and you telling me
Right. She said she got that
have
ass for
to
her.
work?
She got that ass for her ancestors. She said. I was just like, I'm like, my brain goes like this. Like when they live regular lives, like what are y'all doing? They're mostly nurses,
They
and then they,
stinking because don't they got that BBL smell?
oh, that BBL spell don't go away. Don't go away. Everybody writes the same thing. How do y'all wipe? It's the same thing every time. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But I definitely believe that um, if you don't necessarily want to be a lonely person, you have to express how you feel with the person that you're with to the fullest degree, or you're going to jeopardize the entire thing.
I agree, but like I've been saying, like your relationships and the crash out, those teach you communication, how to be with people, to be aware of yourself. Because this guy, I was watching him on Instagram. He was talking, and he was like, I shave myself, um 5 days a week. I don't shave on the weekends. He was like,
Did he
I
say
had one girl,
by his face?
his whole body. He
Oh,
said
great.
this one girl used to tell
So
me
wait,
like, oh,
this is a stream. This is a guy on a stream saying, "Hey man, listen guys, it's me. I shave certain days a week. Some days I do, some days I not. This is this guy's stream saying this
he,
for some
but he's
the
giving an
dating website.
example.
Like what is this?
No, he's giving an example as to why he shaves. He said he was with
Hmm.
one girl, and she was like, this feels disgusting and that's nasty, and he felt bad about himself. And then he said he shaved, and the girl said, you know what? You feel really good like that, and you look beautiful. And he said, I would gladly shave all the time because I felt good about myself. You see, like it's
Oh,
how you get the message across. Like
right.
when they do something you like, I appreciate that. I love this because, and then they're more likely to do it again.
So you're okay. That's the same thing as
Hmm.
exploding on someone so they never do it again, or giving a compliment to someone so they know to do it again.
Right.
Is that right? I got
Yeah.
that.
But listen, if you explode and it don't work, you gotta go.
Yeah, well, I don't think that always
Right.
works like that, fortunately. Uh-uh.
If you explode on someone and
What if
you've been
someone doesn't? Yeah, but if they
uh-huh.
don't feel your explosion, if they don't feel your explosion, then it's like I don't even know why you exploded. I don't get it. Like, how are you supposed to make them feel your? You know, you're saying make them feel your explosion by leaving it. That's not. That can't be
And
it.
what's it's not that you're making them feel it. It's just like, listen, if I got to the point where I exploded and you still don't get it, if I said it calmly, if I said it not nicely, and you never get it, I can't keep talking to you because you're never gonna get it. Maybe it's that time alone that you spent thinking about it, and you're like, you know what, it makes sense. But you needed your own time, your own space to come to that conclusion. So yes, sometimes space gives you that time to think and reevaluate someone else's perspective.
And then how do you get that time and space? By crashing out. You go,
Yeah,
I
but
don't want to do this. Ah! And they go like this. They leave, then you leave, and then now you get that time alone to be like, I don't know, like, like that regretful time alone
yeah, but
because
listen,
you crashed out on the person. You saying that's the time you need to realize what's going on. Like, but then that makes it feel like that you may need to crash out in order to realize what you did wrong. You know what I'm saying?
my ex boyfriend, the same guy, crashed out on me. We having a talk, all right,
I
and
can't get I can't get an initial. I can't get an
no,
initial.
no, I
Like,
don't want
maybe
nobody to know his initial.
can we do a
He
nickname
listen, no, because if he
for the
ever
sake
saw it,
for
he
the
know who
sake
I'm talking about.
for, what if I edit it and for the sake of the edit, can I like how would I depict this character
Listen, I
as a
could I
person
could tell you.
like
Listen,
Superman?
me and you talk, so I could go in the group chat. I drop
All
his
right,
full name in there,
all
his
right,
address.
all right.
You want to know? Listen, his Facebook. You can have it. I don't know his
Yeah.
social
Right,
security
yeah,
yet,
because
but
I'm saying for the edit, I want for the edit, I just want to be able to be like, I'm a short this. I can't believe how well this is going, but I mean, I can't believe we are professionals. Um, I'm gonna put Sir Man, Miss Mysterious Man, tuxedo mask style, but he always shows up and does the wrong thing.
Listen,
He said the
he
laundry was
listen,
fucked,
he
the other thing was fucked.
let me tell you something. We was breaking up. He was like, I never broke up with someone. It's a process, right?
Mhm.
Listen, this is an example of a crash out, okay?
A necessary or a necessary crash out.
It was unnecessary.
Mm,
And remember when we was talking about white lies, right?
right.
He has a pescatarian lifestyle. I'm cooking the food. We eat mainly fish.
Pescatarian means vegetarian, but you do eat fish.
Pescatarian fish,
Pescatarian
right?
means the only protein is fish.
Yeah, no meat.
Right. Right.
I'm bathing. My pussy stink. I can smell it. I'm
Okay.
asking. I asked him, does my pussy stink? Right? He talk about another bitch and her pussy, and we talk about her for about an hour or two.
Huh.
Oh, you could smell it when she walk in the room, right?
Huh.
Crash out. We're breaking up. That's why your pussy stink. See, I asked
Oh.
you. You didn't tell me the truth.
Okay.
You never
Okay.
told me the truth.
So
But you
sparing
used to.
feelings. Sparing feelings. I'm not going to tell
Mm,
you. I'm
I
not
asked
going to
though.
spare your feelings. But yeah, you did. You did. But sparing feelings, which you talk about that white lie. That's that white lie where it's like, I don't feel like saying it because I feel like if I say it, it's gonna ruin whatever we're doing right now. If we're chilling, it's gonna turn it all the way up. So maybe if I just keep it to myself,
But
it'd be
I
cool.
smelt it, which is why I asked.
But why do you do that? Why do you do things like this? Just why don't you just take care of it? Do you like why do you test it? What's the test?
No, it
What's the
wasn't a test. It wasn't a
you
test.
said,
It was like,
you said
yo,
you
I'm
knew it,
like,
but you asked. You said you knew it, but you asked,
yeah,
right?
I'm like, what's this? Like, I need
You
confirmation. Like,
agree? Do you agree? Agree?
I,
Agree?
I thought
Agree?
it. I was
All
like,
right.
this
Do you
don't smell.
agree?
This is,
And he's like, I
yeah,
don't
like,
agree. And you're like, liar. What?
so maybe he was trying to say like, okay,
Not to me.
he never outright said, oh, it stinks.
He said,
Maybe
not
he
to
was
me.
trying to
What if he
maybe
said
he
that?
was trying to
Not to
tell
me.
me like on a
Not,
degree that your pussy
yeah.
stink. Like when you walk
No.
in the room, it don't smell like that. But like if
No.
you get up close and personal, it stinks. But he never
No.
said that either. But then when we were arguing,
Now
then he said your pussy stink.
that is a classic male trick. It's a classic male trick. We like to take all of your insecurities and throw them right back at you for the first argument we ever have. That is something we've learned from either our fathers or whoever. But that's like our go-to trick where we're like, yo, you made me feel a certain way and you told me a secret. Guess what? Mrs. didn't even graduate high school because you got embarrassed because somebody fucking called you fat. That's why you burnt the food. It's like what? It's like I would go we go deep into the chest to get that shit out because it's like it's that vulnerability shit. We want you to be vulnerable and because we also want it for ammo. That's the scariest shit about relationships though. That's why most people are single. I understand that. Because you're like, yo, bro, I told you that my father died and I said that he died in like a sad way. And you're like, we get one argument, you're like, that's why your fucking father died.
I'm like, what's your
You're like, nah, bro, you
but
can't use
listen,
that for that.
listen, there's no way. Like, listen, I took that and I made it mine because I had to
But
think
yeah,
about it. And I
right.
said to him, I was like, "Well, call me
He's been
Ariel,
lying the
nigga, because
entire time.
you've been living under the sea." Okay.
Wow. See, you broke up in poetry.
Yes, I did. I had to. The
What
fuck.
do they say? What does that even mean?
Right.
What
Watch
does
the
that
Little
even
Mermaid,
mean?
bro.
What does that even mean?
So
That's
it's
funny.
like I asked him,
I
but
think I
listen,
think
if
hygiene. I think hygiene things you should probably. You should be like, yeah, hygiene. You should be like, yo, yeah, it's
no,
hygiene.
I couldn't listen.
What are you talking about?
It was
If I can't see,
internal.
I'm like, yo, is my eye limping? Does my eye look like it's fucked up? It's like, yo, you good? Like, don't lie. Like if it could be a stroke, it could be a real medical condition. It could be something you have to be like, you know what I mean? Like, don't lie about a medical condition. And you'd be like, yo, I'm
Right.
asking because I'm just like, I'm trying to check for me too. I'm like, yo, is this good? He's like, yeah. I don't know if you should do that. No, I don't think if you ask it and you're being vulnerable to ask about your own self, You're saying as my
Happy
partner,
New Year.
as my Happy New Year. You can't hear me with that phone. As my partner, you say as my partner, tell me the truth, and they're like, I got you. You're good.
But see,
That's
that's
that.
also, listen, on hindsight, the fact that he couldn't tell me the truth, it's like, okay, so I
Okay.
need to deal with someone that could tell me the truth. Sometimes if the truth hurt, you know what? Fuck it. As long
Right.
as it's true, it could be taken two ways. It could be constructive. But if you're not using it to construct me and build me up, and this is solely to tear me down and solely for me not to live my life to the
Which
fullest.
is I really. You say you're not really telling the truth, which means if you're not really helping me grow. Excuse me, by not telling me the truth about the stuff I'm asking about. Like, what's the growth in that? What the growth? But there's no growth in lies. There's no growth in
Right,
lies. It's like so. If there's any, I think if there's any lying in the relationship, that you're not evolving at all. Absolutely not.
right,
How? How would you know? How would you know if you're evolving in that if the whole thing's a lie?
right. If I
Right.
can't ask you something and get
Simple.
your true,
That's pretty
honest
simple.
opinion, right.
That's pretty simple. That's simple. That's simple.
And at the end of the day, if it did stink, he's the only one suffering because you're
Right.
down there.
He's like, I'm good.
Right.
No, I'm good.
I
I'm good. No, you're good, girl. You go. No, you're good. Actually, don't change a thing. Don't. You're perfectly where you belong. Oh, are you? My neck, my back. What? Empowerment. Black women. Yeah. Yes, yeah, that's just on you, stupid. I would have done that. I wouldn't have done that. Now, now it's my turn. Oh shit, that's not funny.
That was so funny. Oh my god. Oh, oh shit. Oh my god.
Yo, but see, yo, they always put those fucking movies with those white girls, right? That be putting like glass in their shoes that are hardcore Christians and shit. And I'm like,
Mhm.
yeah, the shit they sacrifice for the Lord. You're like, man, white women been sacrificing since Mary, all that cap shit. Um, the shit that we do to just let live is like we've never seen the cusp of life. I don't
Mhm.
think no black person is living how they want to live perfectly through and through. Absolutely not. Because of the fact that the people in rule are making sure that we're not on top. So it's not smooth for us. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that no, even the richest black person, because Marcelo always says, there's rich black people. I go, no, I understand that. But where are they? And why are they so quiet? Because they have to be quiet. And they usually, some of them now are going to jail. So it's kind of like, I don't think any rich black person has been like living chill, happy life kind of shit. It's not
No,
happening.
listen, they exist and we don't know about it because thank
What?
God
It's laying
they're
low?
not they're not they're not
Thank,
on Instagram. Like, they
it's
made their
laying low.
money. They don't
Thank
have
God.
to
I hope so.
they don't need a sponsor.
Right.
Their trip
Hope
by
to God.
showing everything they do. Oh, I wore this clothes and used this luggage and brushed my teeth with this and I drank this water and I ate at this restaurant and I slept
Hey,
at
good
this
morning,
hotel.
guys. It's me. I'm a first black billionaire. What are you guys doing today? I brushed my teeth with this soap. Did you guys ever tried this before? It's like I don't know if we don't got that. We don't have a like a black Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have no white like streamer that making millions and millions of dollars just like constantly flying in front of us. Which I know they exist, but like we don't see them. Where's the black Jake Paul? I
But
know they
listen,
exist.
good, good.
Well, right, because they probably kill him, or he ended up fighting Mike Tyson, which is not good. Which is not good. It's not good. No,
Listen,
he's not good.
who
You don't be making fun
pop
of Chris Rock. Chris Rock said, "I hate that nigga" on SNL. Chris Rock on SNL said, "I hate that nigga." He said, "I got landlord hate for that nigga." He said, "You want to fight a 60-year-old man?" I can't stand Jake Paul. So I'm like, you want to be that successful with one of the biggest comedians, black comedians too, of all time, says on a national stage that I can't stand your ass. You're like one of like the weirdest people that exist in the world because of the fact that you get like money from boxing out old black people. Like you're a fucking snake for that. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I guess like you get slapped on national television, it makes you feel a certain way when you see somebody else getting bullied for money. you know? So but what
You think someone bullied Mike Tyson for money?
that was a bully. He was getting beat up. You can't beat
Oh,
up
I
Mike.
didn't watch it.
Oh, we did. We did, unfortunately. And yeah, he got beat up. And I'm like, this is not
Mike
real.
Tyson?
I used to watch boxing as a kid. My mother's a big boxing fan. I used to watch that shit on pay-per-view. Like we used to watch it like every time, every one. All Tyson's fights, which were, by the way, one round. One round. So you paid $70 for the main, and then you got to go through all the scrubs, get to the main event. Where Mike Tyson was one round. He never went 2 rounds, never in his life. Everybody knows that knows boxing, that Mike Tyson is the best boxer of all time. So this nigga, white nigga, comes out whopping him up. Just like, and he got Mike Tyson looking like he don't know what he's doing no more. Like he's never done this. Just watch a one Mike Tyson fight. Just like the quickest fight. It'd be like a 59 minutes. Out. They don't fuck around. For some reason, this white boy is got Mike Tyson looking like grandpa in the ring. Even though he's bigger than him, faster than him. They had the video of him practicing fast. But in the ring, oh, grandpa. Then he started doing this shit, biting his glove. I was like,
You
"What's
don't think he
this?"
was holding back?
Like I said,
No, listen, I didn't watch. That's why I'm asking you.
all right, mm,
I'm asking you, do you think he was holding back?
I'm gonna say this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think like I put it like this. Military people,
Mm-hmm.
if they don't get their legs cut off or whatever, and they keep their health up and they keep their shit together, they're a killer. You a
Mm-hmm.
killer to the day
Right.
you die. You have the same skills that you have until you die, right? You still know how to take
Mm-hmm.
someone down. You still know how to do all that jujitsu and all that shit you learned, and all that karate, all that shit you learned through your training. You remember that for your whole life, right? This nigga started boxing since he was like 15 years old, 16 years old. Um, Jake Paul started boxing like last year. so my brain goes like this. Boom. Everyone watch Mike Tyson movies. Everyone. If you just kind of look them up, you could kind of get the revolutionized style of him. It's not even Ali. Ali is stamina, uh, stamina and precision. So you're like, I'm gonna plan it like this. I'm gonna get you tired, and then I'm gonna do something. Pure power, Tyson. I'm gonna think of things that makes me hate you so much that I'm gonna think about my fist going through your face. That was his only training. That was it. He used to think about eating their kids. He used to think about killing them, and like killing them. That's what he said. I'm gonna kill you. He used to say that. I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna eat the children. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill the children, and I'm gonna rape your wife. It's just like, all right. It's like, and that's how he punched. And if you watched him punch, you're like, oh shit, he was trying to kill that person because like he went it over quick like a UFC fight, like quick. and I'm like, this nigga got him in the ring. This white YouTuber. Hold on, not to say that people can't bulk up and learn a craft, and you could learn anything. You could learn anything. You could read books and you could learn how to do something. But I don't think you should be able to best a world renowned champion, world renowned champion. But that's what happened. It went down to decision, and they gave it to him. And Mike Tyson said, thank you so much, Jake Paul, for having me. And no matter what any of y'all say, I did my best, and he just bested me. He bested me, and that's just how it goes. Sometimes, you know what? I'm done. After this. This is my last match. I'm gonna hang it up. I said, I'm gonna kill everybody. You mean to tell me my favorite boxer went out from Jake Paul, made him retire? Are y'all on drugs? You know how many black people he fought in his life? I'm like, y'all mean to
Listen,
tell me like this nigga made Mike Tyson retire, the best, one of the best boxers in the world. He was doing that shit at 18 years old. He was winning championships at 18. No one has ever done that. So I'm just like, you mean to tell me the one who gets all the movies, everyone wants to talk about Mike Tyson, the nigga did a, I don't know if you saw that on HBO, he did a stand-up special. Talked about his life. You gotta see that
mhm.
shit. It's fucking amazing. He just talked about his own life, he did a stand-up. He just talked, I'm gonna tell you the back I went down in my life. And it's fascinating. He doesn't hold back what happened with his life. He doesn't hold back what happened with the rape shit, all that shit. He talks about it all on stage. But yo, I'm like, this nigga who I grew up with got beat up by this white guy who I just found out about. Like, it can't be, you know. And then you Google Jake Paul, and he's punching black dildos on YouTube. Big black dildos, Jake Paul punching big black dildos on his counter on his island in his kitchen. He's got a big black dildo and he's punching it. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is how he's practicing for the match. That's going to be on Netflix. That from the boxer who's one of the best boxers in the world. This is how we're doing this. I feel like we lost it. We lost it. It's like a circus. Like if you could put money on it, anybody could do it. You could combine anything. You could just make anybody do anything.
That's it. Like you paid the
That's
man
scary.
to not fight because
Got beat up. He was rocking them, and I was like, that can't be. Not this guy. Not the guy who like skateboards or whatever the fuck he does. I'm just saying it's Jake Paul. You know, like that can't be.
right,
But I feel like you said, I feel like yeah, you could do anything for people do anything for money. And
right, because that's exactly what that sounded like. But you, I wanted to watch it, but when I clicked onto the TV, they said
it's
too
depressing.
many people are watching
Oh yeah, it
Netflix
definitely
right
crashed.
now.
It actually literally crashed out though. No, if you Google that, it had the biggest like
Crash out
people.
of all time.
Yeah, it's the biggest crash. It had the biggest crash out of all time because it was like people want their money back. It was like it was buffering too much or it was all messed up. It was like, oh no. Like I was like, oh, that's what y'all get. Why do you want to watch that live? I didn't want to watch. I knew Mike Tyson was gonna win. I already knew that. Only because
Mm-mm-mm.
what's the story? Boxer beats YouTuber. Is that even a story, or is it YouTuber beats legendary boxer? Word up.
And YouTuber gets more deals, more this,
And he
more
only
that.
picks black people. He locked out Mayweather. So now he keeps picking black legends and like dropping black legends. I'm like, this guy is like some sort of fake Caesar or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm like, in what universe does a YouTuber knock out Mayweather and Tyson in 2 different years? In a 2 year span. These are like legendary boxers. Like Mayweather is a if you Google boxing, he might come up. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Tyson, same thing. But for some reason, this guy who does prank videos dropped both of them. like nothing. Like oh, so first of all, no, he knocked out Mayweather and he outboxed Tyson because they went like 5 rounds, and Tyson was literally n- uh no offense to him, he was fucking going to sleep. All right,
But
he
you
wasn't.
know, I wouldn't take Jake Paul seriously until he got into a ring with a black man that's his age and his weight.
Now you say that. Now that was my dream while I was watching it. You know, you get it hurts. My son doesn't watch a lot of boxing, but I was explaining her to her. Showed her the matches of Tyson, young Tyson. Whew, we saw the movies too, so it's just kind of we kind of know. But like if you watch it in real time, this nigga's not a joke, right? So I'm like, when you watch the playback and you watch what he's doing in that ring, you're like, this is not right. I feel like either he's like pretending or he's too old to fight, right? Like you know, even though in the B roll he's punching bag. Oh shit! There's a part. I I'm hyped now because Marcella's gonna be here in 20 minutes. But um, there's a part when Tyson's getting ready, and for some reason they pan out and he has on samurai shorts and his ass is out. His 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 entire ass is out. So Marcel looks at me and she goes, is that part of his like because since you know about Tyson so much, is that part of his thing? And I'm like, no, I've never seen Mike Tyson's ass cheeks before, and now seeing them on Netflix and everyone looking is just real bad. Like I feel like some sort of like fucking ritual. You know what I mean? Like how do you kill a legend? Strip him naked and let him get beat up by a YouTube star. You know what I mean? Like I felt like he got stripped. Like I felt like I watched a god. Like I don't put people up there, but I watched somebody do something I can't do. I haven't seen many boxers. No boxers mimic Mike Tyson. None. Zero. Zero. No one has. No. Google it. No one has said this new guy fights like Mike Tyson. Never happened. Um, Only time that ever happened is probably with UFC, but obviously UFC is knockouts only. Boxing is not supposed to be knockout. Knockout. It's a stamina game, right? So it's like, why did he fight like that? Because that's how he was taught to fight. You know what I'm saying? He was just taught to fight, like, get in and get out. That's it. It's not supposed to be this whole fucking long thing. Like drop him, get out. So when I know that no one's ever replicated his style, and I'm just like, so then he got beat up by this guy who just learned how to box, I mean, I'm not saying that Jake Paul didn't know how to fight. Excuse me, excuse me, he's a hick. Okay, I'm just saying that he just learned how to fight like backyard, and then he went to the gym professionally. But then he was able to knock out a person who's been fighting for like 20 years. That doesn't make any sense. Even if you're 70 years old, you could drop a 20-year-old if you're a professional fighter. I'm saying, like Jackie Chan. You think Jackie Chan can drop a 20-year-old if they press them? For sure he can,
Because
because of
he
his
knows
skill.
more.
Because of
Right.
skill, yeah, just because of skill. Like you know what I mean. Like I understand that. Like I understand that age and skill are one and one. Like I learned that from Star Wars. Like you could be old, but if you have the skill, the person that's young, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you know, how strong you think you are, or whatever. You don't match my you don't match my knowledge of just existing. You know what I'm saying? Like I've learned more just by existing. Challenging an old tree over a young tree, like dumb shit like that. So yeah, and I'm watching that with my own eyes. I'm watching an old tree fight this young tree. He bulked up. He got a whole haircut and shit. And he's like, he started talking like a nigga too. He's like, I'm gonna rock your man. I'm a 99 to your boy. I'm like, who's boy? And who's a boy? And I was like, why are we doing this? Like, and everybody's so hyped. Everybody was so hyped. Look at the comment section. Everybody can't wait. Some people don't even know who Mike Tyson is, like for real, for real. Like some people didn't watch the shit. Like they don't even know who the fuck what's the big deal. And I'm just like, no, y'all don't understand what's happening. This nigga's a legend. He's like the last legend in boxing. Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Mark my words. After Mayweather and after Tyson, he's done. Mark my words. There's no other, except for there's one more, Shane Mosley. There's one more boxer that's black that he could fight. After that, there's nobody that revolutionized boxing that he hasn't already knocked out. So I think he did it on purpose, and it makes him the best boxer in the world.
Is this crashing out over money? Is this crashing out
You talk about
over
Tyson crashing out. Tyson said,
notoriety?
you know what Tyson said? Tyson said, y'all can suck my dick because I got $2 million and I got bet it. What do you want? Like I didn't. It wasn't a scam. I didn't do anything. I just got bet it. That's it. And I'm like, Tyson, you lying to me, baby. You're lying to me. Because
Right.
there's no way you let this white boy beat you up like that. There's no way. There's no fucking way. You talk about in the alleyway, Tyson. If a Jake Paul ass nigga roll up on you, you are defenseless.
Right.
That can't be. That can't be. What happened to what 20 years? He said, "I got my money." He got $10 million. I struggle with black empowerment. Only because of shit like this happens. I can't even get mad at my white friends reposting this shit because I'm like, I wish it didn't happen. I wish it didn't happen, and not only that, I wish I didn't watch it too. I'm glad you didn't watch it Good
I
on you.
wanted
Good
to
on
because
you.
I
No,
was
don't
like,
fucking watch it because it's depressing. But you know, it's not depressing because if you don't even know who Mike Tyson is like that, if you don't even know his like his reign, then like it doesn't matter, right? Like it's like you're just watching this black guy get beat up by this white guy. But it's like if you understand, like he got video games made after him. You know that like the Punch Out is got made because of Mike Tyson. He's the final boss in Punch Out, the first boxing game ever made. So, or from the Nintendo. So that's how much of a legend he was. So I'm like to have this guy who I just found out about, Jake Paul, be like, I'm gonna knock him out. I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense to me. You know, and he's there, he's running with it. He said, that's two. I got your boys. That's Mayweather. That's Tyson. Who's next? I'm like, so Chris Rock goes on SNL and he goes, I can't stand this motherfucker. He goes out there, he beats up on old people. He said, you know, Mike Tyson is 66 years old. He's 66. He goes, who's next? Morgan Freeman? I'm like, yeah, word. You might as well fight fucking Morgan Freeman. You know what I mean? Like who was impressed? I wasn't impressed. I wasn't like, oh, damn, you're like 28 and he's 66 and you whoop that ass. I'm like, that's probably how science works. But I think that Tyson held back though for 100%, 100%, because the regular boring way goes, he just knocked out the white boy and it ended. It just ends. They had to drag it out for like rounds. Had Tyson like biting his glove. So then when you ask the people why was he biting his glove, they said the announcers go, I've seen this before in old Tyson's matches. I've never seen this before, but they said that they've seen it before. They're announcers. I'm not an announcer. But they said he does this when he's strategizing. It's not an old person thing. He's just he's done this when he was younger as well. He used to bite his glove. I was like, I've never seen this nigga bite his glove while in the middle of a fight. I've never seen that. But they say he's done that all the time. To me, I'm like, let's take some old person shit. Like, or that's the sign of you holding back, where you're literally biting yourself so you don't fucking really punch them the way you want to punch them.
right. I feel like that's a sign of holding
What
back.
the hell?
Because listen, that's what a listen a white lie. That's rewriting history right there. Because
That's what I'm
that
talking.
little bit of shit
That's
right
what
there
he's
talking
doing.
about, oh, he always did it.
I'm like, the announcer said that, and I'm like, first of all, who are these new announcers for Netflix? This is the first time this has ever been on anything. So I'm like, this is Netflix. So I'm like, all right, so who the fuck is this? Okay, because if
Hmm.
you watch, if you watch HBO, I used to watch HBO boxing. You recognize the
Hmm.
announcers and shit. They believe in the fighters. They're like non-biased, like just like they just real with the shit. Is here for the sport. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't know these Netflix niggas. And I'm like, what do you mean he used to bite his glove before? I'm like, and what? I don't remember that. And I'm like, oh
And this
yeah,
is
no, I've seen this. I've seen this. And as he's biting his glove, yo, Chaz, as he's biting his glove, this thing is punching him in the face. He's like, he's biting the shit, and he's getting hit. I'm like, guys, hold on. If this was like a movie, what would be like he's holding? Was that like Superman or Batman or whatever? Like not like holding back. Like is this real? Like are we all seeing the same thing? They're like, nah. He always did that. He always did like this, and he always like hit the punch. Like,
right.
that's,
Because if you're
that's
getting
how
punched and you got
he
you're
never
very
knocked him
definitely
out.
gonna hold
He
it
could have never knocked him out. He never got dizzy. It was more like
back.
just punching bag.
Because listen, he was
It was a
biting his
punching bag. He
glove
was getting whopped like
during.
that. He was getting whopped. And I was like, why you getting why you letting Tyson get whopped? He never gets mopped like that ever. And none of his
Listen, if he did it, he should have did it when he was fighting Evander Holyfield, and that didn't happen because he bit the nigga ear off. So we know he wasn't biting his fucking glove.
he's talking about dire straits. If he's in dire straits like he was when he was fighting Holyfield, where he said, I felt like that nigga, you know what he said? Why he bit him? He said, the nigga said he was threatening me and he kept headbutting me. That's what happened though. Saw the match. He was
Hmm.
headbutting him a lot.
Hmm.
A lot. And
Hmm.
that's totally illegal. And I got mad watching this shit because that nigga got a big head. So I
Hmm.
was like, this is a terrorist. That's an attack. But he still took it, but he said if he does it again, because the ref didn't see it, he said, I'm gonna bite this nigga. I say it
Hmm.
was fair. We watched it. I watched it with my mother. She was like, well, that's what you get. Because because we were watching like he's
Right.
gonna like do it again. He kept headbutting him over and over and over and over and over again. They do that shit in UFC. Like you watch them rubbing their head on them or like doing head stuff. Like your head is a muscle. You know what I'm saying? Like if you hit you hit our fragile face with this big ass head that we have, that's like a punch. It's a punch. It counts. And that's what Holyfield was doing. He kept hitting him because he was taller than him, and he kept hitting him in his fucking face. So he bit him, and the ref didn't see him headbutting him. So that's the only time he's ever cheated. Like it's not even cheating, because if you watch the match, he was headbutting him the entire match. Holyfield, he was the entire match. So I'm like, all right. So that's the only time I ever seen him bite anything. So what the? Why would he bite this?
Exactly.
Why the fuck would he bite his gloves now? Is he intimidated by Jake Paul? Wait, is Jake Paul Evander Holyfield? Is that what you're trying to say? One of the biggest niggas I've ever seen. Did you watch the Holyfield movie? Oh my
No.
god. Oh shit. It's on Netflix. You know when they do the reenactment and they get the nigga who's supposed to play the nigga to play the nigga? So without exaggeration, the person that get to play this nigga is the biggest nigga I've ever seen in my life. So if they try to say he was that large, it makes a lot of sense. Because Mike Tyson was small. He was just wide. But he was like five
Hmm.
something.
Hmm.
Holyfield was a giant. He's a giant. So it's like when you watch when you realize why he bit him, you understand. Because he was towering him. He was towering him. Um I don't think that Tyson did it just for the cash though. I think he wanted to be back in the light. Um I think he likes it a little bit. You know, he was speeding on his mini bike and he was slipping and he fell on his back. Remember he was doing that weird shit? I was like, "What you doing?" He was like, "I just want to be on the internet. I just want to do internet." No, he said, "I on the internet." I was like,
See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked. Did he crash out for the money and to get,
I can't.
noticed?
He definitely thanked him for whooping his ass, which was the weirdest thing I've ever seen Mike Tyson do in my entire life. He's never thanked
Right.
him for whooping his ass ever. So I thought that was weird. I was like, that's not even fucking boxer etiquette. Thank you. Thank you for beating my ass. Appreciate you. It's like that's not really a real thing. So I don't know what happened with that. I feel like he set himself up. That's all I can say. He set himself up. That's all. I felt like he felt like just saying like, you know what, I'm gonna give my money and I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm old. I'm like Tyson. I'm 53. He said I'm 53. I can do whatever I want with my time and my time. But I'm like, yo, bro, do you know people appreciate you? You know what I mean? Like I know like Mick Jagger and all these white niggas don't give a fuck. They're gonna rock out to their dead. And I'm like, y'all need to stop making them tour. Stop, stop doing that. Yo, Johnny Cash is one of my favorite white rock artists. His last days are the saddest things I've ever seen in my life. I was like, MTV, you should be ashamed of yourself. They had him on a chair. I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. He was like 90 or 80. They had that video on MTV. Uh, Singing Nine Inch Nail covers. I hurt myself today, and the fire burns. I was like, like, watch Dolly Parton go out the same way. They have Dolly Parton, 80 years old, old as fuck, fucking dying, still singing. The fire, I'm a working girl. They don't know how to let it go. I feel like they take advantage of legendhood
Hmm.
and just like Greek caricature, they someone has to be king. They have to conquer something. We don't have that attitude. Black people don't have that. We don't want to conquer shit. We don't conquer shit. How could we? We don't conquer shit. Um, we're not conquerors. We're not brutes. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird. It's kind of like when you watch somebody great falling into their trickery, you're like, why is that happening? You know what I mean? Like that's not even how we think. I never thought to be like, yo, if I was a 6-year-old boxer, can I find the nigga that has the most likes on YouTube and fight him? That's what I want to do. Why would I even put that in my fucking list of like my vision board, or why would I even do that? You know, he could get $2 million another way. Tyson, like, stop playing. Like, that nigga had cartoons on Adult Swim. Like, he could get money. His name alone is worth a lot of money. I just don't know why it has to be a white person knocking you out in order for you to retire, or in order for you to finally say this is it. You know what I mean? The last image of Tyson for everybody else who fucking doesn't even know who he is him being knocked out by this white guy who does like goofy shit on YouTube with his brother. That's not right. I don't think that's
But
right.
I feel with the legends, like when you decide, oh, I'm gonna do this, or you find your purpose in life, you definitely want to live it. I mean, you said Johnny Cash.
Yeah, Johnny Cash is one of my favorite. He got a crazy story. Check out the movie. Put
Mm-hmm,
in I'm gonna look it up. But can I tell you, by the way, what's happening on Facebook?
mm-hmm.
Everyone's saying mad good stuff about our show today. This show right
Yay!
now. All right, she's coming now. I'm gonna go for a bit. But everyone's saying I'm gonna say a couple of things. My favorite podcast. Oh my god, I'm fighting for my life. Broke up in poetry. Tyson got paid to hold back. There's some stuff. I'm gonna come back. Ah, ah, ah. What up, 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 though? Guess who's in the house? Yep.
Yeah.
Guess who's in the house? I can't hear you, but she can see you. Can she hear me? Yeah. So you gotta
I
come
see
over
her
here.
now. Happy New Year.
Hey, she said Happy New Year. Hello. Hi, Happy New Year. Yeah. Let me get undressed first. What's that coming from? Huh? Oh, it's the thing. Oh, she played the show from the phone. Sorry. She was watching it from the phone.
Okay.
That's what's up. Nah, she showed me some comments. People saying, man, nice things, man. That's what's up. We was just vibing. We just fucking talking about tempers and all this. Gotta get it together. Yo, remember we used to talk about morals? Remember we talk about
Hmm.
morals? Like this, like I always had this thing. I was thinking like, all right, so the nigga who works at home, right? And you're like, I ain't putting on no pants. I ain't putting on no damn tie no more. That's it. Cause I work at home now. What's the line where you gotta be like, yo, bro, you gotta at least put on, at least dress up, like at least wear something that you presentable. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't quit the whole thing. You
Hmm.
understand? You got forced to do that shit for man long. You got it made us fucking dress a certain way and do all this shit. But like, I feel like if we get this opportunity where we get to work from home, like this shit, like this, if we get paid like a salary for doing what we just did tonight, which I felt could like help someone if they heard it, be like, oh, okay, maybe I'll chill out. Um, like what's like at least dress up. Like, I mean, at least put on like a shirt, like at least put on something nice, like put on something. I don't feel like you should be like, oh, here's my robe, here's my. I'm just gonna fucking do this because I work at home. So that's that. If you have that same kind of like more respect for yourself, even though you have the benefit to work at home or whatever, you could probably equate that to your relationship as well. You know what I'm saying? It's that same etiquette. Just because it's not just because it's free, you could do whatever you want or whatever per se, whatever you want because you're at home. But you should still keep the same etiquette. That's it. Like, and if you keep that mentality, you don't have to be like, all right, well, um, I can act like this because I can act like this because I was treated like this once. Someone treated me like this, so I'm gonna act like this. Where's your etiquette? Where's that etiquette? Why do you act? Where's that like? Just because, like you said, fool me once, shame on me, right? Fool me once, shame on me. See, you got tricked. Now someone deserves to be tricked because you got tricked. That ain't right. I don't think that's right. Like it's not. It doesn't work like that. I think just because something bad happens to you doesn't necessarily mean that you have to equate that or connect that to the person that you're with, who you think is hurting your feelings. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's bullshit. Like you gotta. you got to kind of like realize the difference between who that individual person was trying to hurt you, and this other individual is doing something totally different. You know,
Mhm.
and they're not connected. They're not connected. You know, but how do you separate pain? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Well, how do you separate pain?
Chaz?
Can you hear
Oh, I
me?
can't hear you. Can't hear you.
No.
Sound?
Oh no.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear
Uh-uh.
me now?
Hello?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh my god. Hold on.
What happened?
The sound went out. It's not nothing to do with me. As soon as I walk in, ding, ding, ding. No, no, no. We good.
But you're still live.
Yeah. Stop it. That's too young. Stop it.
What?
I can get dressed. Yeah. Stop it.
My parents.
I know. Hold on.
Oh, she's still there.
Yeah, I know. I'm just. I. Yeah, I know.
No,
I end the stream.
you don't have to end it. I just gotta put my.
I turned the camera off. It's almost.
I don't
I'm gathering you.
Hey,
But it's still like mute.
why can't I hear you?
Can you hear me?
I don't know why.
Oh my
Is
god.
that me?
Is her mic mute on her side?
No, it's not.
No.
Um,
I heard you
no
before.
sound.
Why can't I hear you?
I have no idea.
Hold on.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Say it again.
Hello?
These are like the best. These. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, super loud. All right. Yes. How are you? What's up?
I'm good.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna start. Oh shit! I never stopped the stream. Oh, there was recording the whole time. That was weird. I don't think so. And the camera's off. Something like that. I don't think it was recording the whole time. Turn the camera's off. I have to edit out the break. But um what's up?
Can I connect to headphones?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it in my
No, I was
head?
gonna say hello.
Yeah.
I can hear her.
No, I can't.
Oh, she can hear you. You can hear her?
Yeah.
Okay.
She can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the mic.
She,
Because the mic.
she
Oh,
can't
okay.
hear
You just can
me.
hear me.
Right.
I'm saying what she's saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, say hello.
How are you, darling?
I'm fine, darling. How are you?
I'm okay. A little sleepy. How's that cold? You got over it?
It was one day.
Quick recovery.
It was one day.
Okay.
One day.
That's good.
It was one day. That's what she said. It was one day. First of all,
it was in and out.
First of all, that was a 1 day cold. First of all,
And you
I was
say,
like,
thank
God,
you.
listen.
Thank you.
I was like, God, when I wake up in the morning, I don't want this. Okay. He said, my child,
so be it.
thy wish is thy command.
So be it.
Right.
So no, it's very mental. I really do believe that. I do. Our illness,
don't crash out.
our sicknesses are in our head. Okay, there. Yes,
Well,
our sicknesses are in our head.
You saw it. It was coming out. Like,
yes. I was like, oh no, that little baby gave her a little cold.
She's a big baby. Me and her was beefing this morning because she ain't want to brush her teeth. I'm like, you know what? You can't come here if I ask you to brush your teeth and you can't follow simple directions. You go home. Go see your parents.
It's a quick 2 minutes. It's in and out. You know, you don't have to go too hard.
She cried 10 minutes. I was like,
oh
girl.
no.
Mm-mm.
But I heard some of the conversation, and you guys had some really interesting topics. Mike Tyson. I was listening to the Logan Paul thing.
Did you catch the part where we were fighting for our
sad,
lives?
but necessary,
laughing?
I guess, for somebody.
We laughed for about 5 minutes. Did you catch
fighting for your life?
Fighting for your life.
Laughing.
Fighting for the bag.
Did you catch it?
No. No.
Oh man.
What was that?
Can't hear her, baby.
Wait, oh no, he didn't take it.
No, go ahead, talk.
Well, how come this doesn't work? Though?
I'm gonna try.
Are you trying to think it?
Yeah, just
listen. I don't want to intrude. Just talk. Let's keep talking. All right, I just wanted to say hello.
It's good to see you. Happy New Year.
All right.
Happy New Year, darling. Wait, here, take the headphones.
I know we're gonna figure it out.
Here you go. Now I was gonna say, we call it the New Orleans crash out. Did you guys talk about that? No.
Mm-mm.
No, we did not.
That was That was a crash out. That was
Right.
a
He took
terrible
10 people
thing.
with him, right?
15, they said.
Yeah, Habibi.
15 now.
Habibi crash out.
A lot of young ones. I don't know. Here, take a
I gotta figure this out.
No, it's okay. I don't want to do it now.
I'll figure it out though. It's probably you do too though. You probably do too. We have like identical headphones. I have to figure out how to sync them to the shit. But we'll get it. We'll get it. But yeah, he talked about Ultimate Crash Out for sure. That guy, that's the Ultimate Crash Out. Him deciding to kill people because of his POV. That's not it. That's not it. That's a huge lack of communication. And now, we already think it's an app. That's a whole app. They said Shabu Shabiba Shababa from ISIS. They what in New Orleans? Why is he in New
Jabor.
Orleans? What? Who is what? ISIS and
Jabor.
what? Stop playing with me.
No, he wanted to be like ISIS.
They don't even
That's
drink.
crazy.
Why is he there? They don't even drink. Why is he there? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why is he in Bourbon Street? It's called Bourbon Street. What are you talking about? Why would he be there, Habibi? He doesn't drink. So why would he be there literally crashing out for us or for America or for terrorists, whatever the fuck this ISIS guy was doing? Why is he doing that tonight? I'm like, nah, you wilding out. I know, I'm mad. I used to be mad stupid. She put me on to some shit where it's like, you can't X anything out. I was like, no, maybe people are fed up in Israel and Palestine. I'm like, maybe. And I'm like, that's too close because we literally, nigga just died. Robert Brooks, rest in peace, just died like a couple days ago.
Well, that's what you were saying. Like, it's taking the attention away from that, right?
Absolutely. I'm like, we just saw a murder of a man by correctional officers, by like 13 of them.
That
eight
was
of them.
crazy.
Stop playing.
That
So
was crazy.
immediately after that, we're gonna get to the New Year, and then all of a sudden we got a terrorist attack from ISIS. ISIS is back. How? I don't fuck with that. I think that's mad dumb. And it's like, you want to play with us, that's fine. You want to kill people, that's fine. Just do it on your own time. Like, just like stop doing it on the you know how Gotham that is. They're like, the New Year is coming, and guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna murder a black man on television, and you're gonna watch it. But then they have their own wish boards too. At the end of the day, what we're gonna do is ISIS is back, baby. That's how you want to start 2025 with ISIS and a black lynching on television. Like, why would anyone want to be here anymore? You know what I mean?
Didn't we have the same thing 3 years ago? That guy crashed his car into a parade. I think it was a Christmas parade. Like,
at a Christmas parade, somebody killed people.
Right. Remember?
I remember the gay one.
It was a dreadlock guy.
Oh yes. He also drove into the yes.
Like,
yes,
people.
That guy. Yes, the crazy looking guy that they called him crazy,
name,
but
yeah,
he did that to white people.
Yeah, that was in a Wisconsin or something.
Yeah, he crashed into a black guy crashed into white people on purpose, and he killed a whole bunch of white people. And I reposted his image on Facebook. Yes, because I called him a hero. That happened 6 times last year. It happened, and I called him a hero. Not, sorry, well, whatever. I could find it. I'm not in a sense like I called him a hero only because I was like, we don't ever get any. Did we get any? Fucking no, I know, no, it's okay. No, we don't get any. So I'm just kind of like, we got one. Like, I was just kind of like,
that's our boy.
Do you know how many documentaries I watched of Timothy McVeigh? He's not even cute. You know what I'm saying? He's not even cute. He looks like a fucking guy who kills rabbits and shit. Like, he's not even a guy. It's not even a look. So I'm trying to figure out, like, do we get people who do shit for us and we don't recognize them enough? That's why nobody keeps continues it. We don't pump up. are revolutionary people that are doing shit now. I don't feel not enough. We're still fucking on celebrities, but I think we're slowly moving. We're slowly moving because they're all going to jail. So I feel like we're slowly going to start realizing that our local citizens and our local people are the actual celebrities. Like we're trying to do with the fucking TikTok and for YouTube and all this bullshit. We're trying to figure out like we're all our own news source. We're all our own fucking trustworthy sources to get anything real without somebody lying to us. We're only like like a trust fountain of information. So I'm just like, yo. So everyone agrees that all that other shit is cap. Then no one would say it. Everyone says we still need the news. It makes me. I understand me. I understand we do. But if you ever watch the news for real, which we're gonna do, Chaz, because we're gonna do. It's just the news. We're bringing that series back. Um, it's one of our best series. But we're gonna. It's when we ask each individual to you gather one story each, and we break down what happened with that news story. You know what I mean? I think I already spilled the beans of which story I'm going to talk about. I think I already mentioned it earlier, but it's like the craziest thing I ever heard. But
Listen.
but it's that kind of thing. And you live in the Bronx, so I already know you got like fire. But you got shit that
No,
even put on
listen.
the news.
No, listen. I'm gonna be doing Science Daily and
Okay.
goodnews.org because I don't like the news. It's sad.
No,
And
I don't
sometimes
like
I
the
need
news
to
either.
change my perspective. So I do read like Science Daily, and it's just like shit that scientists are doing. Like, I don't know. Just
No,
not
well,
shit in the
no.
news.
No, of course. Well, I wouldn't recommend ever watching just the news every day. Absolutely not, because they tell you about several different things at one time. Yo, the other day, the nigga said there was a shooting, 10 people got shot. Also, there's a baby, somebody killed a daughter. Also, this man got hit in a car crash. Also, I'm like, yo, hold on. Are you gonna put them together? Or is these three separate stories? Because that's how they deliver that shit, and they deliver it like fucking fast food. They want you to be so fast. They want me so fearful so fast. They don't give you time to even like have any like sympathy or empathy for whatever the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying? Because they keep dishing out like tragedy after tragedy. Um, but the news show that we do, we pick a story each, and we're gonna break down what happened in that story. I mean, you could go to Negroes at YouTube and check out It's Just the News. We have a series where we just break down news stories and our versions of what happened. And that's it. You know, it's that kind of like a different outtake because I really feel like they're soulless. These niggas are soulless. They really are. They don't give a shit. They're thinking about mad shit while it's happening. You know, I always hope be like they want to get the fuck out of that area as soon as possible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But in the end of when we talk about is crashing out good or bad, I would say the answer is nah. You don't have to crash out. You don't have to. I feel like it's a selfish act of um just you trying to prove a point that doesn't exist. If it's not mutual, it
But
doesn't even
listen,
exist.
let me tell you the last of the crashing out story, right?
Okay.
So my ex-boyfriend, I had called him a bitch, right? And he got mad. And he was telling me
Uh-huh.
to leave his apartment. And I was like, listen, we still have things to talk about. And I don't feel like you said you would talk about it and then you don't want to talk about it. So it's like, how can we ever resolve or end this if I don't have no clarity? So what he did brought me clarity. I mean,
You talk
on
about
top of
leaving.
other stuff.
You saying the leaving brought
Yeah.
clarity, or the fact that okay, right? All right.
Oh no, he pulled out a knife on me.
What?
Pulled out a knife
Oh,
on me. Yeah.
what?
So that was very, very clear because listen, let me tell you something.
Wait,
After
in the
that,
midst
he
of like
still
we're
was
gonna
like,
wait in the midst of saying like,
he was
yo, we done. He pulled the knife out after saying that we're
pissed me
done being together. I don't understand. Sorry,
because I was like,
doesn't
listen,
make any sense.
we still have more to talk about. Like, let's talk about these things and handle it like adults. Because this is a process of breaking up. Like we 1 day, 2 day,
Right.
3 days. This is our third day of this bullshit.
Right.
And, I'm like, listen, you're a bitch. You're being a bitch because you're not talking. You're shutting down. Let's have this conversation. He didn't like, and he was telling me to get out his house. And I was like, no. I felt like
How long was
I
y'all
had
together?
many, many years.
About like 10,
Five, five plus.
5 years. All right. So you woke up one day and was like, get the fuck out of my house.
No, he like came in from work and we was talking and he's like, I gotta work. And I was like, then go to your room. And he didn't like that I told him to go to
Mm.
his room.
But
He
do you
didn't,
mind if
he
you tell me his name again? What was his name again?
absolutely not. I'm
All
gonna tell
right.
you when we face to face.
I'm gonna keep
But
trying. I'll keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying.
it's
That's
okay.
like I said, I missed
But,
you. All right. What do you do for a living? You say you came home from work. What do you do? I can't even get occupation. You wildin'.
well, security,
How can I can't find it. Security guard?
security.
Oh, fuck, you're wilding out. He came home as an angry security guard because he wanted to be a cop. And then he fucking took it out on you. That's the shit. Yo, that's the shit I'm talking about. Like that national security bullshit. Just because you can't make the ranks doesn't mean you gotta take it out on me. I'm like, I don't know how people date
I don't think
vets.
he wanted to be a cop.
He
I
didn't
think
want to be a
the
so his main goal
no,
was to be the top security guard of the world. That was his main
no,
goal.
he wanted to be an audio engineer. That's what he wanted to
He
do.
wanted to be an audio engineer slash
And make
security
music.
guard. Oh, like
You
Rick
gotta have
Ross.
your day job
Oh my
and
God, Rick Ross. He was a rapper.
have a day job.
He
Mm-hmm.
was Pharrell, but also a security guard.
Yes.
I see that.
So
I can see that.
I call him a bitch or whatever. He's like, get out. I was like,
And that's
no,
why.
we have
Wait,
something he talks about
hold on. Did you call him a bitch because the beats were bad? Why'd you call him a bitch?
because we was gonna talk. Like, let's talk.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about this. He didn't want to talk about it, so he pulled the knife out on me
So
right
he's a bitch for pulling out the knife, or he's a bitch before the knife.
before the knife.
You called him a bitch before the knife.
Yes, and then he
Did
pulled
you
out
ever
the
listen
knife.
to it? Did you ever listen to his beats? What he does, his side hustle. You didn't
I did
like
listen
it.
to his
Did
beats.
you? Did you?
I didn't care for the beats, but the
You didn't care?
music,
You share.
the
Did you
audio
listen to?
engineering he was doing for other people, it was good. He has talent. And this is another reason why I won't drop his name because he's a talented person. He is a nice guy. I'm just telling you all the reasons why I'm not with him in the crash out.
I want to know if you personally played his beats when he said, "Yo, hey babe, I made this new beat. Check it out." Did you play it, or did you you was like, "Yeah, this is good. This is good."
No, the
You lied.
beats,
Remember we talked about white lies? You said, "Remember we talked about white lies." Remember we talked
the
about white
beats,
lies?
not there. But the
Not good.
music, he was audio engineering for other
For other
artists.
people. I don't give a shit about that. That
They
doesn't care. That doesn't
sound
matter.
good.
No, no, no. That doesn't matter
Did
because
he have some songs
no, stop.
that were nice? He had some songs that were nice, but to say that I
That
like everything that I like his beats, no.
if Saint John, an artist that I like, or any other artist sends me their already made beats, Swiss Beats sends me their already made beats, and I just have to make it clear that's not my work, right? I'm just clearing up somebody else's work. So I'm asking you, when he said, I handmade this beat, check this shit out. You didn't like
No,
it.
I did
You didn't
not
like
like
it.
it. No, but
Fucking
see,
hell. That's
I'm
why I
I'm
got
not
mad
the
at
type
you.
of person. No, no, no.
That's why I
Listen,
got mad
if
at you. Now I'm being honest with you. That's why I got mad at you.
with people and they artistry, I'm an artist. I'm not gonna tell you
Mm-hmm.
you suck or you did bad. I know you gotta grow. You understand? And
Mm-hmm.
since I don't know how to give constructive criticism, I don't
No
construct the
criticism.
criticism. No.
So you
Like I
think
feel like
that
eventually it will
oh,
get better.
no, that oh,
Eventually it will get better.
you treat it like a plant. You go, you'll get there. You'll
Your
get there.
grow, you're gonna be beautiful.
And
Affirmation,
that's why he crashed out on your ass. He knew you didn't like his work. You can't do
right?
that. We need it. Yo, listen. You know how it is. You fucking do poetry. If someone fucking lied, even a white liar was like, yo, that was good. That was good. And then you ask their honest opinion. They're gonna get offended if they don't get a genuine response. They don't feel like the response was genuine. Now, if I watch how this is how I do shit. I watch how people like other shit, and they go, "I really like that." Then you show them your shit, and it's not the same response. That means it's fake.
Hmm.
Like I've seen you like something before, and that's not how you look when you like this. That means you don't like it. Like a food, like even with food, someone's like, "Damn, I love this shit. This shit tastes mad good." You give them that shit, they don't have that same response. That means that shit is nasty,
Right? They're not
and
doing
that's
the ooh.
okay. Yeah, they ain't dancing. Exactly. If they ain't dancing, that shit is nasty, and they're just pretending like it's good, and that's okay to spare your feelings. But that's low key not crashing out when you should crash out. Be like, yo, I'm not eating this shit.
No,
This
but
shit is gross.
right, but listen, listen. That's when people's food is not that good. Listen, you cannot change it. You already cooked this shit, so I'm not gonna beat you
Can't
down
change
and be
it.
like, yo,
You can add
this
salt or pepper. You can change it.
right.
You can add salt or
But
pepper.
to sit there and berate the
You talk
whole
about
dish,
too
like
salty. Now, if it's too salty, it's dumb. It's garbage food. Yes, it's garbage food. How
yeah,
to rate them? No. So you're saying that his music was too salty. So you're saying it was so bad that it was not critiquable.
no,
It's
his
that I couldn't even
music.
say nothing.
No, no, okay, because you're
I'm
asking
talking
me
about.
about
Yeah, I'm
beats.
trying to compare. You say you like
Because
comparison. You say like
he made beats before. The beats I didn't
right,
care for, but when he also in audio engineering, he's mixing other people's songs, so they have to step
right,
into the mic. They bring the beat. They rap in, and he like fixes it, puts techniques and sounds and shit. That was
right.
good. He even has songs that were good. But did I
You
like
keep
everything he did?
saying
No.
that's someone else's work. You like how he fixed someone else's shit. That's like you like a carpenter. You like the way he fixed someone else's houses, but your house if it's not your house. That's like what he did for other people. That's what's up. He's a great engineer, but you think that when he was trying to do his own shit, that's not it. That
No.
wasn't it. It
Some
wasn't it.
songs I liked, some songs I didn't.
Right? Did you tell him
Like,
that
'cause,
though?
yeah,
Did you let him know which songs you liked and which ones you didn't like?
yeah, like this is my favorite
Did you
song.
did you add it to your playlist?
Yes, I had to download it to my phone
You had to
because he
download it
sent it.
to your phone because
Because
they didn't know
you
how to
know how
upload
you
it.
send it. You send they send it. Well, he sent it to me through
Yes,
email, so I just downloaded it to my phone.
as a wave file. Now, when you had
Exactly.
that, did you play it every day or every other day or
The song I like, I probably played it like every other day.
like
It was a nice
psychedelic?
song.
Like psychedelic. She keeps on passing me by. Did you play it like that?
Far Side.
Yeah, like Far Side. I mean, yeah. Did you play it like that?
Well, Far Side I have on rotation. To
Did you put?
actually
Did you?
get to his song, I would have to click into it, and yes, I did
So
purposely play it
because of,
sometimes.
all right. So you played it like Far Side.
Yeah.
No, you should know. You should let him know that. You should let him know that. You should let
No,
him know that you play that shit like his favorite fucking song. That'd have been what's up.
no. Listen,
I don't think the random spastic shit when it came from nowhere. Like if 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 if, if he felt like he was supported, I don't know why it's random. Why is it why would you do a random crash out if I always
because
felt like you supported everything that I've done?
okay, but
Doesn't make any
listen, it
sense.
to him, to me, it was random. To him, he knew shit.
Right.
Like he told me, oh, 2 years into the relationship, I started cheating. 2 years into the relationship,
Oh,
I started being an asshole and
oh,
not
he was
being
cheating on you.
honest.
Oh
And see,
my
this
god.
is the thing. That's what I was trying to get to.
That no, he
And
was
I'm like,
cheating.
let's
I mean, that's whatever.
right.
Like
So
that. I
it's
mean,
like,
that's not. Yeah. Well, that's you call it shit trash now. I mean, what's his name again?
so listen, by the time he pulls the knife, I'm like, put me in
Mm-mm.
a cab home. He sends me in a cab
Mm-hmm.
home. Oh, I want to be with you. I love you. Let's get married.
Right.
Like, I don't even want to
Bullshit.
have sex
Bullshit.
with you. I was
Bullshit.
like,
Bullshit.
how?
Right.
He told me, oh, you ruined my life, and in
Right.
my mind, I'm like,
You said,
if
wait. He
you
said
are doing,
wait. Hold on. He said you ruined his life.
yes,
You
hmm
how'd you ruin? Well, hold on. Hold up. Were you doing your shit? I'm trying to end the shit, but I have questions. Hold on. Hold on. If you was you doing your poetry shit like while he was doing his shit, like you was trying to do your own shit while he was doing his shit, or like were y'all two artists living together, or was it like you was just focused on his career and that's it? Like you know what I mean? Like for him to say
I
like you
was,
ruined my shit, like what was you doing to make it feel like you distracted him for being the best beat maker that he could be?
but see, I had to explain to him that what he's saying was not true. He could have felt that way, but if he would have thought about it, it wasn't true. Because when he
Right.
wanted to go to school for audio engineer, I would help him. When you
Exactly. It's
getting
always
ready to
like that.
do set up the studio in the house, who's cleaning? Me. So if you
He
hungry, who's
supported it.
cooking the food? Me.
Right.
He even had a podcast, and I set up the camera. Everything is looking good. That was me. He want a shirt made. I went and go and got it done. So I would
You
do
set up
everything.
his
So no, I did not ruin his life.
you
He
set up his podcast.
so he had a podcast. He had his camera, and I set up the camera and all of that for him, so that he
What
had
was
a
his
like.
I'm sorry. What was his podcast about?
Music and
So he's
fashion
like
and lifestyle.
music, fashion, and lifestyle. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
What was the name? What was the name of the podcast?
Listen,
That's easy.
you
No,
trying to
I'm trying
bait.
to find. No, no. First of all, this is easy. This is an easy question because that's domain. Anybody can go. It's a podcast. What's the name of the podcast?
Yeah,
I'm
no.
just trying to check out. I love music too. I love music. I love mad stuff like
Everything is
that.
under his name on his channel.
So
And
what would he? What would a guy like that call the name of his podcast that had to do with media, music, and fashion, things like that?
listen,
What's the name of the
to
show?
donate to the cause,
I'll donate it. What's the name of the
send
show?
some money to $
That's
odd
easy.
Negroes.
Now you're gonna drop our name. I'm trying to hook this. I want to find the name. I want to find the engineer podcast. First of all, I'd never heard of that, so that sounds dope. Do we just talk about beats all day? That sounds fascinating. Sounds like Timberland shit. I'm into it. I'm into it. What's the name of it? Shout it out.
Odd Negroes.
No.
Listen, he don't deserve no press and no
No,
nothing.
you're
Listen,
right. You're right. You're
I
right.
want him to have
I,
that
I, I,
amplified.
right, exactly. I ain't come on here to try to clown him. I would love to hear one of his beats, though. I would love it. Just one beat. Is it on Spotify? How about this? How about this? Can you send it to me after this, and then I'll mix it into the edited version of this? Yeah, I'll play it at the
No,
fade
so no,
out.
I'm not gonna. See, now
No,
you know I
it's
can't
just
drop.
a beat. It's just a beat, though. It's just a beat.
I
How
can't
bad
drop
can
the
a beat
name
be?
or music.
Nah,
I
nah. You
can't.
can tell me the beat. Now you can tell me the beat after the show. Though you can tell me the beat after the show. Like, come on. I'll just play the beat. I'll play the beat.
No, he don't need no publicity from over here. So I
I
won't even
want
say
to
his
hear the
name.
beat. I gotta hear the beat.
He's a lesson, not a blessing. So I will not
Oh,
bless him.
he's a lesson, not a blessing. That's what she said. Oh, bars. That's she drinks a tea when she did the thing.
Rihanna said the same thing about Chris Brown.
Did you hear Marcella? Marcella said Rihanna said
Mm-hmm.
the same thing about Chris. Yeah, that was like while he was fighting her.
Right. Lesson, not a blessing.
Chaz, it's been awesome, and thank you so much for checking out with me and checking out with us.
And not crashing out.
And not actually crashing out because oh wait, how'd the food come out? How'd the dish come out?
Oh,
Did I get a picture?
my mother,
Where's it get-
my mother said that the pork chops were juicy.
Okay. Is she a picky woman?
No, but she said,
Okay, good.
"Oh, my pork chops they be dry as hell." So I was
Oh,
like,
so
you know what?
she's okay. She said this time you crushed
Comparison.
it. Right, you
No,
crushed
she
it.
said her own.
Oh, she said
And I
my
was
should
like,
be okay.
so I'm happy because I was like, I want to make it more juicy, more tender, and
Right, it's
I
hard.
found
Pork
it. Mm-hmm.
I can't be honest with you. I literally cooked pork today. I
Mm-hmm.
cooked pork. What is it? Pork belly.
Mm-hmm.
And I chopped it up and put it over some sushi rice.
Let me find out you Asian. You was making dumplings and shit.
I'm borderline. Staten Island is pretty much Asia, if you think about it. Yeah.
I listen.
Yeah.
I told you I was gonna hang out with y'all. I still ain't been over
No,
there.
we will. We're definitely gonna fucking hang out. We have to because we gotta get this shit together. But I can't wait. We have to do this. We have to do this again, and we're gonna hang out again because you came to the island. You took the boat. You did it. And
Yes, and we had a time.
we had a time. We had a spell.
We was laughing. I was crying.
Yes.
We was
Yes.
drinking.
We was laughing, crying. Yo, we got mad.
There's a freedom ball happening. That's
that's what's happening. Yo, can you hear this? So there's a thing called freedom ball happening on Staten Island, which I believe is going to be a bunch of reenactments of freedom and what they attire and all that. So I'm like, yo, if you are available, I will give you a week's head up that's going down, and then we could probably go see that. You can see what the type of shit that Italians put together on Staten Island, because we're all Italian on Staten Island. We're just black. It's black Italian.
And it's called what?
Tough like this. It's called Freedom Ball. And it's about exactly what happened straight out of slavery. It's like, what was he wearing? What was he doing? So they're gonna
It
tell a
says
story.
Western inspired attire
Western expired
is
attire,
encouraged.
just like a Freeman, right?
Yeah,
So
you gotta see how much the tickets are.
we'll see how much the tickets are, and then we're gonna try to
This
see
is
if we
their
can do
second
that.
annual ball.
I've never heard of it. We never heard of it. We never been to this before, so it's not like we're setting you up. We don't know what this is either.
It's called
but
Freedom
it's
Ball.
called Freedom Ball, and they said that clearly this is the second time. We find all of our really cool things to do on Staten Island from the grocery store. Because like little do people know, there's a bulletin board, and you should check it out. The community bulletin board it talks about the community. It's fucking fascinating. Like me myself, no, I walk past it every fucking day. But she's like, "Yo, did you know this is happening in our community?" I'm like, "What? We have a bridge or whatever. We have stuff like it's fascinating what people actually do. How they go out of their way to make a borough or make the local area seem more interesting, you know." But Chas, I decided not to crash out today. You decided not to crash out today because, like you said earlier, and if you don't mind if I quote, where you going? Where's the direction? If you crash out, how you gonna get to where you're going? And you're right. If you're gonna get to where you're going, why would you crash out?
Right.
Ain't no crashing.
If
Ain't no crashing. Ain't no time to crash. No time to crash.
If time is valuable to you,
right?
You know,
so you
if
say
your time is your money, right? If your time is your money, and you say it's as valuable as it is, why would you purposely crash out?
Right. By purposely waste time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I feel like crashing out helps you not to crash out because you have first-hand experience of all the things that are detrimental to crashing out.
Right. Right.
Because it takes too long to bounce back.
Right. It's not worth it. It really isn't. It kind of just takes away from what you really need to do, and no one benefits from it. So, to all the youth them out there, don't crash out. Don't crash out. If you're checking this out, don't crash out. As the sign says, it says, "Don't crash out." Don't crash out. Final answer. Don't crash out. Don't crash out. If you wake up angry, don't crash out. You have a whole day. You have 24 hours in a day. Like, just fucking like, figure it out. You know. It's not the end of the day. The first couple hours, right?
Because I had to ask myself, right? What's peace look like to me?
Right.
When do I feel peaceful? Okay. Oh, when I'm reading. So let me buy more books. Yes, I could read. Or let me find a good movie. Let me be in people's company where, we were talking about yelling. I don't have to raise my voice. I feel heard in the octave that I speak and it's comfortable to me, and no one feels offended.
When you read, you say you feel that's the control you have. So it's people who have their own control.
Right. You got to find things that you like. You got to be true to yourself.
Mm-hmm. So no, that's 100. That's 100.
You got to make your own recipe for peace.
Make your own recipe for peace. Damn. Yo. Shout outs to Break It Up in Poetry. He was like, "What are you talking about? Fuck does that even mean?" I said, you should have put the beat on. You should have put his beat on and was like, "This is what I'm trying to say. Don't you get it?" You're like, at least you like it. No, just this one.
Just this one.
I can't wait till you send me that damn beat and that damn name.
Used to listen. No, I should have known where it was bad because listen, all I had for him was diss tracks. Like all the poetry.
You made
was
this
negative.
track off of his. Oh shit.
Listen, because I always felt like
no, that's part two. Stop. Even my
poetry was defensive. Everything was defensive.
Stop. Because what you're doing is that's part two, because it's crashing out with a vengeance. Because it's like, what if you use your art to crash out? That's Kanye West's whole career. Like that's what people do. They use their art to crash out. He has set 15 songs making fun of his ex-wife. I'm like, I thought you was over. He was like, not yet. So that's the ultimate crash out. So yeah, no, we're not gonna do that now. We don't have time.
Listen, Lemonade wasn't a crash out.
Lemonade's crash out, but we don't have time for that right now. We have time for that. That's fucked up. That's happening. I might even do it for real hands. We don't have time to crash out because that's a whole fucking thing. You want disc records? Yeah, of course, that's an ultimate crash out. Like, I fucked your wife. Like, what? You're crashing out. But that's for next time. Yo, it's been a pleasure.
We never know how to say bye. All right, bye.
It's never bye.
Let me leave the studio. I'm out of here.
All right. See you soon. Oh man. Wow. Crazy stupid. That was on the whole time. That's not music. That was on the whole time. Is that good? That's not good. That sounds like terrible music. Oh, that's Lotus, Flying Lotus. Damn. She don't mind. Stop. I'd be like, we gotta be like, all right, that's it. And she goes, well, did you ever hear about this? Mm-hmm. And I'm dead ass. I was like, I can't get it. The joint, it's not gonna work. Like, as far as like the sync, and I was like, all right, fuck it. And then it goes, dude. And I was like, and I had to change the whole thing. I was just trying to chat and chill. Mm-hmm. Now I gotta do the other stuff for the echo shit, you know? Right? Yeah. I was